March 2023, a group of researchers formed the Truth Mafia, a collective determined to investigate conspiracies and occult mysteries that have been buried for centuries. With a passion for uncovering the truth, they delve into the darkest corners of history, pop culture, and ancient mysteries, seeking answers to questions that have plagued humanity for ages. The Truth Mafia is led by Tommy Truthful, a man shrouded in mystery and intrigue, dedicated to uncovering the hidden truths behind some of the world's most perplexing and enigmatic phenomena. Their research has led them down countless rabbit holes, from deciphering ancient symbols to exploring the hidden meanings behind popular media and literature. Despite the risks and challenges they face, the Truth Mafia remains steadfast in their quest for knowledge. Will their investigations lead to groundbreaking revelations, or will they unravel an even deeper web of secrets and lies? Only time will tell in this ongoing saga of conspiracy and intrigue.
Welcome to episode 14 of Truth Mafia News. Make sure you smash that like button, guys, and share this video. Help it get into the algorithm. Leave a comment. And all the links for this video are down below. The most important thing I want to say is please opt into our daily newsletter. That way you get notifications and updates when we go live, because I've been hearing a lot of reports that people ain't getting notifications and their updates are getting turned off. So it's very easy. Take 3 seconds out, click the link down in the description, and go join that newsletter. It's 100% free. Today, we're going to be talking about some of these serpent bloodlines, like the House of the Dragon. I just started doing a decode the other night, and it led me down this rabbit hole. You know, they talk about these lizards in the Torah, whether they're demons. I don't believe they're from a faraway star system. I think they're subterranean and interdimensional originally. Came from another reality, right? Even with that event that's taking place where they're taking over all the apartments everywhere. You've seen on the door, guys, what was the door number? 301. I bet you we have something connected to the cell phones here real soon, maybe power outages, cell phone outage. But this is all to target the certain chosen people, you know, the elect. And you see it's tied to the Torah code, which is we find these lizards mentioned in the Torah. So we're going to break that down. Aleister Crowley was in contact with some entity they try to call aliens. I honestly don't believe they're aliens. I think they're using CERN, which is Stargate technology, to open up other realities and let these type of entities in. Now, if you're new here, in the movie The Matrix, there are several people who wake up from the system. They learn to read the hidden code of the green letters and numbers of the Matrix. This is not just a movie. We too have a hidden code behind everything as well. And we'll break that down today. In this episode, we're going to get into all that. There's also a link down below if you'd like to get your personal decode and find out if you're a non-player character or one of these, and first player characters. That link's down below. And then there's some very rare first player characters, which are carriers of the Neo code, that 36. Jesus Christ is 36. And, he was really sent back to wake up humanity. So let's get into it. Pops, how you doing today before I play this video, brother?
Again, if I was doing any better, I'd be flying with the angels, son. I'd be flying with the angels. I'm always doing wonderful. Every day is like Christmas for me, but not a pagan holiday, a true Christmas. And, I'm blessed and highly favored and grateful for all of it.
Yep, me too, brother. Had a few days off in the hospital. That was a little nerve-wracking, but I'm home now and everything seems to be okay. So, I'm grateful for that.
Yep. We'll talk about that a little bit after you get going here. We'll talk about that. A lot of people praying for you, energy healers working on you, but God brought you out of that for a reason. It's not your time yet, son, but take better care of yourself. That's all.
Yeah, I definitely got to. I need some more nanosoma too. I ran out of that. So
yeah, nanosoma is very important.
I need some of that, but I shouldn't let myself run out. Let's play this video and then we'll talk about it after. Okay, Pops?
Sure.
Welcome, my brothers and sisters, to another episode of Truth Mafia News. Episode 14, The House of the Dragon. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 USC 107. Please do me a favor, make sure you smash that like button and share this video. Help it get out to the masses. Today we're going to be talking about the bloodline of the dragon, which is still in control today. They show us a lot of symbolism in these series, like the newest series of Game of Thrones, The House of the Dragon. They're on season 2 now, and these dragon families are getting ready to war with each other. Well, we know all throughout history they've worshipped dragons, right? The Naga, the serpent people, the Hopi prophecy, they got their knowledge from this serpent subterranean race. And they've always been here, but they showed up after some great cataclysm. Well, I believe I know who they are, my brothers and sisters, and we're going to get into that today. Who is this dragon lineage? We hear about Vlad the Impaler, who his father was part of the House of the Dragon, the Order of the Dragon. They say many of the presidents, even Trump, Biden, you know, they're from this lineage. It doesn't matter which side they're on. It's two wings of the same entity. Two wings of the same dragon, we should say, right? And it goes back to the bloodline of Cain, this serpent race. So let's get into it. Smash that like button. Let's go. Now, a lot of people try to connect this dragon lineage with some extraterrestrial connection, saying they're from the Draco star system and all this. I don't believe none of that. I think they are subterranean. They've been here all the time. Actually, they're interdimensional, and they come from a dimension I believe is called Dimension X. They're pretty much the fallen angels, guys. But let's check this out. Hey guys, Tommy Truthful here from truthmafia.com. So I wanted to point this out, guys. I'm over here watching season 2 of House of the Dragon. And first of all, this season is all about the coming of the Antichrist. It really is when you watch the symbolism within it. So you know me, guys. I pay attention to numbers, right? And look at this, fam. This is House of the Dragon, season 2, episode 3. So that's 23, right? We find the number 23 connected to almost every major natural disaster and every false flag in this world. Let me show you a couple examples real quick. If you go over on truthmafia.com, just type in the search bar right here, the number 23, and scroll down, guys. You can read this whole blog. It'll blow your mind. It's so ingrained in every major event that has ever taken place. I mean, Jim Carrey made a whole movie about this number, right? We've seen it with 9/11. Now, we've seen it with 9/11, and this year, in 2024, the year of the dragon, is the 23rd year anniversary since 9/11. So, very interesting. You got 9/11 and 2001, which adds up to the number 23, and the Hiroshima bomb was dropped at 8/15. 8 plus 15 is 23. The Oklahoma City bombing happened on April 19th of 1995, which is 4/19, guys. 4 plus 19 is 23. And that day is called the beginning of the 13 days of preparation going into Beltane. That's for a whole nother episode. But the month of April is very important. April 9th. 49 we'll be talking about in a second. And you're probably like, well, Tommy, what does 49 have to do with 23? Well, I'll show you in a minute. It has to do with House of the Dragon, the episode that we were watching, The Burning Mill, where it shows us at 4 minutes and 9 seconds in, everybody's murdered and genocided, right? You see that? This is symbolism, guys. And this mill is very occultic. Now, let me show you what 49 is. The elites have a secret language of symbols and numbers. The burning mill equals 49, matching aliens are coming, cloud seeding, antichrist system, corona vaccine, EMP weapon. Now, let me just tell you a little secret. Okay, aliens are coming. Let's cover that. They're going to use directed energy weapons like they did in Lahaina to stage a fake alien invasion, and all the people that didn't take the the corona vaccine, we will be hit with these directed energy weapons. I believe this full-heartedly. There's also tons of evidence to support Lahaina was 100% not a natural event like they try to say. Cloud seeding's 49, guys. And cloud seeding, well, they're using geoengineering and HARP right now to murder us. Edward Snowden warned us they would do this, use HARP and geoengineering to kill us. And you might ask, oh, how are they doing that? Well, they control the weather. They patented it on 8/11 of 1987. And remember, the Lahaina massacre was like 3 days before that. It happened on 8/8. That was during the Lionsgate portal in the 808 area code. The same day Trump got raided on 8/8, and Trump equals 88. So there's something with these numbers. There's 100% something with these numbers. These elites are using some form of Masonic number magic to cast spells on the masses. Antichrist system is 49. Corona vaccine. We also got EMP weapon, right? Now they had a trending article saying if we got hit with an EMP or a power outage, 90% of the populace would die within a year. Here, let me show you that. See, guys, experts, 90% of the U.S. population could die if a pulse event hits the power grid. And coming up on 9/11 has to do with the anniversary of their little cyber polygon. And this year being, I don't think nothing will happen on 9/11 this year because that would be way too, people are going to plan for that. So it'll be a certain amount of days from 9/11, just like they did major events a certain amount of days from the eclipse. They didn't do it on the eclipse, like I told you guys. They would never, that's not how they work. That's too obvious. You know what I'm saying? So you see right here, EMP, electromagnetic pulse. This is predictive programming. It's called lesser magic. Revelation of the method, truth in plain sight. Now on 4/9, that was the day Prince Philip died and DMX died on Little Nas X's birthday. Prince Philip was the Duke of Edinburgh. The Duke of Edinburgh, guys. And the Duke of Edinburgh, so Edinburgh's logo is the X. It has a symbol, their symbol is the X, right? And then you had the guy that created the Higgs boson. He died on April 8th, but his story broke to the public and went viral on 4/9 of this year, 2024. And guess where he was from? Edinburgh. So there's something connected to that whole Edinburgh thing too, and the X. The X represents Osiris. It's the coming of the Antichrist, the resurrection of Osiris. And these are major rituals. These people worship Baal. They worship a god that thrives on blood. You understand what I'm saying? They're about to sacrifice us to their god for the coming of this Antichrist system. Now, the burning mill, 49. Aliens are coming, 49. Cloud seeding, 49. Antichrist system. Is it not enough that, like I showed you guys, it's at exactly 4 minutes and 9 seconds in? I mean, is that a coincidence too? I think not. And season 2...
And walk amongst the seeds as though a pastor amongst her flock in the terms of a religious cult.
Suffering will be ended. And without bloodshed.
When you realize that Rhaenyra is just basically throwing stuff against the wall and seeing whether it sticks, and seeing if somebody can emerge from this, it goes very bad very quickly. In many ways, I think there's a way of looking at that scene as ritual sacrifice. And walk amongst
it is ritual sacrifice. It's symbolic too. Now, these people with the white hair, they're the descendants of the Tartarian Empire. The griffin, it's also a representation of that whole dragon. So is the phoenix. It's the same archetype. And the Palladian archetype, it all comes back to this lineage. These entities, which gets into the bloodline of Cain, It's been around forever. You know, they've showed it to us, guys, in many different movies, like The Lord of the Rings, the Elven race. It's the same thing. The same thing as in Game of Thrones, which in Game of Thrones, they're called the Targaryens. The Targaryens are the Tartarians. They're the descendants, the dragon family. This goes back all the way to uh, the Merovingian line too. In Merovic, King Merovic from that Merovingian line, he was one of the first ones to sell out his family and start murdering everybody and forcing them to take certain religions under the threat of death. That they wanted to purge the ancient knowledge that we knew, like during the Tartarian Empire, when we were using free energy and pulling energy out of the atmosphere. They wanted to get rid of all this, right? And in House of the Dragon, you'll see she marries her uncle. Well, that's how they get down. The Rothschilds have told you this many times. That's how they get down. You know what I mean? And then the one kid from her father's offspring, um, the queen's brother, the guy with the patch on his eye. I mean, that whole family is completely incestual. But look at the one-eyed symbolism there. It's all about taking the left-handed path, the path of Lucifer. And when you look into their sigils on their house, you got Baratheon, right? Baratheon married into the lion, which the lion represents the Rothschilds. That's who it is. And then the Baratheon family, I could break all these down for you, and we will do that in another episode. This goes back into the Naphtali tribe, and this was one of the tribes that were considered the lost tribes, right? The Naphtali tribe, it was the sons of Jacob. And we see it in Poland, Netherlands, Germany. That's all that deer symbolism you're seeing right now. That has direct connection to that bloodline. Okay? So it's very important to pay attention to symbolism. And you see down here the X one. Remember, they used to fillet people. That was the most crazy house. They would torture you, fillet you, and they had these X kind of cross looking things out there that they would hang the men on and just brutally torture them. But there's so much symbolism within these coat of arms in the House of the Dragon. Most people, just know House Stark and stuff like that. But when you really get into it, one that's interesting is the one with the griffin on it, because I know what that griffin symbolism is. And what's their colors, guys? Red and white. Well, red and white is 666, matching shapeshift, a satanic mark, dark matter. I'm not going to say, well, I already said it, COVID mandate. Why not, right? Computer 666. And they built some type of, they've hijacked the organic simulation, this reptilian dragon family, and they've created a humanoid offspring, which is the ones with the blonde hair. Now, what they're doing is using certain technologies right now to cause population control, right? And they've hijacked this simulation. They're using CERN, the D-Wave quantum computer, to create a phantom matrix and project a false matrix to enslave us. They're harvesting our energy with it. It's all tied into Saturn, guys. And House of Targaryen is 201, matching black hole sun. Biotechnology, we all know about Event 201. Frequencies is 201. We damn sure know what they are. And they have the solar simulator, the black hole sun, which causes the Phoenix phenomenon. It's what's causing these global cataclysms and global unrest, all around the world, which they're getting ready to starve people next. So get ready for that. And then, guys, in the new story about the Venezuelan migrants taking over, well, look at the street they put there. 201 right there. It's right in the beginning of it, right? So, and then you got 99. Well, if you spell out 99, you get 141, which is booster shots. It's also 4th of October. Where do we see the 4th of October, family? In the new series Evil, episode 10. Remember, Leland got on his phone and it said the grandmother said he was dead. Kristen Bouchard's mom said he was dead. She broke into the office and typed up a memo saying he was dead, and the date was October 4th. Now, October 11th is 187 days after the eclipse. I said from October 4th and on, all the way to the 28th, they're going to be doing crazy rituals. Trust and believe me on that one.
Starting to realize. They're starting to realize that when they look at the totality of what's going on, it is an anti-human agenda. It's anti-human. You look at all the basics of human life necessary to survive, and they're after all of them. They're after the food, they're controlling the water, and they're playing with the atmosphere. They're changing the atmosphere in many various ways. They are transforming the electromagnetic field which we are living in into a completely different state. This is what the low orbit satellites, and they have permission, people like Musk, for tens of thousands of them. And the idea is to hit every single inch of the planet with this stuff. Why? Because they are creating a technological sub-reality. That's what the smart grid is. What does consciousness give off? What is consciousness at this level? It's electromagnetic. So what if the level of AI that is being connected to the human brain is not algorithmic AI, it's not learning AI even? What if it is the consciousness of this demonic level that's orchestrating this entire reality and simulation? What if it is being connected technologically by frequency interaction to us? So we become it. The assimilation of human consciousness into this controlling force. Starting to realize. They're starting.
Can you hear me? Son, you're on mute. We can't hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you went blank there for a minute.
My apologies, guys. Sorry. But what I was saying, Dad, is with the chemtrails, it's all ancient alchemy that they're using on us to terraform our atmosphere. You know, the barium and aluminum spells ball. Even the D waves that's plugged into CERN, it's all creating, like David Icke said there, some type of phantom reality, some type of phantom matrix, and they're creating a quantum copy, a digital copy of your soul. So when you die here in the physical, you wake up in this other reality that's powered by us and our life force. You know, Alchemy's 22, D Waves 22, MK Ultra. They're building their new Atlantis. Where's CERN at? CERN is built on the Temple of Apollo, which is Revelations 9:11, releasing Abaddon. And CERN is the one that created the WWW, the World Wide Web. That was created by Tim Berners-Lee at CERN. So I think it's all reptilian, pops. I think they are. I think they've been hijacked. These people in the government, whether you call them demons, reptilians, whatever, there's some type of serpent entity. So I would like to hear your thoughts on that, pops.
Well, after everybody gets out from underneath their bed from hiding, after seeing all this information, what I can tell you is all will be good. We will get to the other side of whatever's going on. One thing I will say, I'm coming on line here. there are demons. They are, Lucifer is in control of this world, not much longer, by the way. Yes, of course, they're doing everything that they can to, pollute the water, poison the water, the food, the air, all of that. I mean, again, I can tell you when I'm down in Dominican Republic in Las Terrenas and I'm eating the food there, I lose weight. I don't do any more activity than I'm doing right now. And the weight just comes off of me and off of me and off of me. And I'm going to the bathroom better and it's just flowing through and flowing through. So, what was interesting? I want to talk about the food real quick. Bobby Kennedy, and I agree. I have no faith, and I want to say this point blank. I have faith in the creator of all things, God, the point of origin. Nothing created it. It's always been there. It started the creative process. Okay. Son, it's interesting. I'm almost done with the Gnostic Bible.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Right. And, it's getting into a lot of the Quran. And it's so interesting that all of these religions are singing a lot of the same tune with maybe a little bit different names and stuff, but it's all laying out the same type of stuff. And yet they've got everybody fighting about whose religion's better than whose religion.
Yeah.
And that again is divide and conquer. But let me get back to the food. So we heard from Bobby Kennedy that, and we knew this, I've known this for decades, that they're, poisoning our food. The organic is not organic. Like I was talking to one of my business partners, Jared, and, being, 20% plus Italian, I like pasta. I like pasta. I mean, you don't have to be Italian to like pasta, but he was telling me you got to get the organic pasta from Italy that they import because that stuff is really organic. Most of our food is banned in all of EU, in all of the other countries. Our food is banned. Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Banned. And so, it's in our water, it's in our food, it's in our air. Now we've got them spraying genetically modified mosquitoes into our atmosphere. So
Right.
what I can tell you is this. And, Brother Ishmael reached out to me last night, son, and he was talking on his show about, the devices I've been talking about that we're rolling out. Already we started rolling them out, but I mean, bringing them more public. We're finishing off the one website, then we're putting a new website together for it. And what's great about this is all of that stuff that they've been doing to us, between those devices strategically placed around the globe and then other ones used on farms, community gardens, households, whatever, the ones that, you only need 330 of the big ones. And that's all going to be based on wealthy people gifting and putting their name and their plaque on it. And then every 10 years, you got to swap it out. But all the other ones, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, even millions of these devices will be sold over the world in the next decade. And what's great about them is they clean the soil up. They also protect from, the broadband of 5G and EMF. I would tell you that if you don't have one of these on and you're not looking into links in the description and clicking on Truth Mafia stuff for Bodyline, and you don't have one of these on your cell phone, between having this and this is pretty much your best protection with EMF radiation, 5G radiation. And when you leave your house, having your phone in your pocket now becomes a positive, not a negative. And having the band on is a positive all the time until about 2 hours before you need to go to bed. And then you can take it off. Having this on your nightstand now also protects you from EMF 5G radiation. But these bigger devices that are more like, I have one in my backyard that helps like protect, a 1.6 mile radius. And now the new ones are even further than that. They're going to get into, cleaning the soil, pulling the air down. And no, it's not snake oil. I don't get involved in snake oil. I can take my money and make plenty of money. TJ knows this, on my money sitting around doing nothing.
Don't even pay attention to.
No, I like it. I like, me. I'm a warrior. Your father's been a warrior your whole life, hasn't he?
That's what they're
But
here to do. It's probably not
no,
even.
hey, look, it's snake oil with a question. So I'm going to answer that question. It's a snake oil with a question mark. So I want to answer that. We are all spiritual beings. We all work on frequencies. We have good frequencies. We have bad frequencies. In this band is 300 good frequencies at the highest level to make sure that it takes care of your energy body and your biological body. The other disc has about 200 frequencies. These devices that we're talking about, that we will be talking about soon as we roll them out, and we're already placing them, we're already selling them to farmers and to other people. There's already scientific data on them. There's already, make sure you use Truth Mafia when you do that. Make sure you use that link in the description if you're going to get a band or the disc. And they've always got deals going on at Body Line, so there's no excuse, right? That's the less cost method that you could have, possibly. Everything else doesn't work, or it's much higher in price. And again, use TJ's link in the description, okay? But these bigger devices, they're not cheap. The big ones, $65,000 to put them into the ground. And we're not asking the public to help at all because we don't need the public's help. We got a network of millionaires that are going to donate their money to plant these things all over our planet covertly as quick as possible over the next 12 to 18 months to mitigate their plans of what they're doing to our air and our soil and trying to, the weather is crazy. Now we're going into an early winter. This is, the weather is just, it's out of whack completely. And those big devices will start reversing all of this stuff they've been doing and start bringing the planet back to thousands of years, the biosphere to thousands of years. So you can be optimistic on that, even though what my son showed you is their plan that they've been implementing and doing. When you see the chemtrails, you can go and look at the mosquitoes they're pumping out there. I don't know what we're going to do with them. I don't think the devices work on mosquitoes. But we are going to reverse that. All of us are going to reverse that. Okay. And we're going to clean up the water and we're going to clean up the food and all of that. But these folks aren't going to just let it happen without a battle.
Oh, no.
Right. And a spiritual battle is something I hope that you all are working on your spiritual connection. I was talking to son today on the mastermind webinar.
Yes, sir.
I was talking to everybody about in life, you got to build a strong foundation. And not only in your business do you need a strong foundation, because when I go into businesses in the past, my son will tell you, I can go into a business and find all the holes in the business and then categorize those holes based on department, prioritize those holes, meaning either they have something implemented wrong or not implemented at all. And with a team, not myself, but with the team, because I've done this over and over again, fill all those holes and continue to fill those holes and increase the income of the company double, triple, quadruple, tenfold within a 2-year period of time because they don't have the right foundation in their online business presence. Well, you got to have the right foundation in your personal life too. And that's your mindset, your personal development, your spiritual connection, okay? And then making sure that you got balance in your life, work, life, family, balance, right? Those 4 pillars of your personal foundation are critical. And, when you implement those 4 pillars, if you have a business or you're doing, something, you're working for someone or whatever, your performance in that will accelerate, right? And son, me, I love the fact that you and Scotty from Sovereign Radio and you guys educate, wake people up, all of those things. I love it. I love it. I love you guys doing that. But as we're waking up, what are we going to do next? Are we going to sit back and let them continue to implement all of the things they want to implement? Or are we going to take action as a family together, as a human family, the sons and daughters of the Most High, and we're going to take this planet back in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach, which is the Christ, the third entity created from, the Father, the Mother, created from the Father, and then the Son. the Christ, and you can call the Christ whatever you want. I don't want to get into that. That's your personal business, okay? But when you can see what I can see, you know, I can tell you a lot of these evil people are going to be getting more exposures coming. You see it's coming now. It's going to be a battle. It's going to be a battle. You're going to have some rough times. We're going to have some shaking to the core. But remember, if you have faith in God and you focus on yourself, your foundational stuff, and if you've got a business, you focus on your business foundational stuff, and you move your family to thriving through this instead of just barely surviving or not surviving at all and not making it through it. You know, son, I think we talked about it a couple of weeks ago before you, went into the ICU last week. And I give all the glory to God that my son's still breathing, because if it wasn't for him and the prayers of a lot of people, he wouldn't be here with us today. You know, you don't have blood pressure, you know, at that length, at that height, and usually recover from it. You don't. You usually don't recover from it. But again, I love, you know, the educational side. Let me get a little water there. I love the waking up side. But, you know, Papa Truthful here, I want to lead you, brothers and sisters, to thriving, to changing this and all that. I want to ask a question real quick, TJ. Okay. Yes, and I call my son TJ. I want to know in the comments, I just want you to put this. If you're a baby boomer, put baby boomer. If you're Generation X, put X. If you're a what do you call it? What are you, son? A millennial. I got tongue twisted there.
Listen, I don't represent the millennials.
Put an M. If you're Generation Z, put a Z. And I want to see the audience that is watching this, because there's hundreds of people right now watching us right now. And I would like to see, and there'll be thousands within, you know, the next few hours, and then it's very exciting to see what happens. But I'd like to see how many people, because it's going to take all of us, every generation together, working together in harmony and love, unconditional love, unconditional forgiveness, stepping into our power, which is stepping into the Creator's power. We're made in His image. You know, I was on the phone last night with one of my business partners, and he was saying, if, and I shut him right down. What do you mean, if? I don't know what that means, if. Yep. I speak abundance in my life. You know, one of the things I want to tell you all, get, you know, some sticky pads, and I am wealthy. I am healthy. I am grateful. I am. Those are very powerful words when you put something positive after it. Make sure that you're speaking power into you, your family, your friends, this planet. If you get too hooked into the negative, it's coming for you. Like attracts like. Like attracts like. So stay positive. Back to you, son.
No, I agree with what you're saying. And it's definitely important to do that. I do every day. I do the 369 manifestation, where, you know, you can write it down 3 times, speak it into existence, and then meditate on it for 3 minutes. You do the same thing in the evening, but 6. Do that by 6. And then at night is the most important. You write it down 9 times, say it out loud, and do it in the mirror. You know, you're putting that into the universe. There's power in the pen. There's power in the tongue. If you're having financial problems, money comes frequently, abundantly, and easily. Money comes frequently, abundantly, and easily. And then see yourself how you're going to achieve that goal. You can't just sit on your couch and say, oh, I'm going to meditate this here. That's not how it works. You got to take the first step. Once you take that first step, reality will do the rest and catch up. So you just got to think, with me, I'm a content creator, so I'm going to create content. You know, that's how I support myself. And whatever your thing is, you just got to find what you love and turn that into your business. That's what I would do personally, because nowadays, I mean, you can do anything you want, especially from your own home. And most of these jobs are about to be gone anyways by AI. But
yeah, but we got some things that we're working on, and that's why, you know, down in the link down there is the Patriots Club. Join it for free. Join the community. Get into the prayer group. Let's start praying and stuff. We got it up now. Let's get in there and start, working that. A lot of the things that we're going to be doing, with the devices I talked about and the solutions that we're going to be, bringing in, and we're behind, like Sheriff Mack of the CSPOA. My son and myself and my team, we have been behind Sheriff Mack. You know why? Because he's out there getting attacked by every freaking left-wing media nutcases out there. He's getting attacked, and he's going around and helping train constitutional sheriffs and bringing constitutionality to counties, so that the sheriff, who has the highest law enforcement power in 45 states, can deputize his civilians and create a posse, right? And we have to focus on the local situation.
They have to set that up in Aurora, Colorado, them sheriffs out there where this crazy shit's going on. And, in the Patriots Club, guys, we don't have none of these reptilians over there either. So don't worry about that.
Well,
now, that bloodline goes back to the reptilian and the dragon families. This bloodline goes back far. And most of the little gods with the little g you can see tied to this lineage. Anu, that was the father of Enki and Enlil, and then Enki created his whole line, which is what Marduk came out of, the bloodline from Enki. So, and Marduk is the one they say is running things right now. That's the head of this little reptilian cabal that they got going on. Now, another thing I noticed too, guys, oops, that's the wrong one, but that is a funny slide. This one. So with all these events that are taking place, all the shootings, all this crazy stuff, you'll notice they got the little secret society. If you just pay attention, you'll notice little connections. They'll have their little Masonic compass on, or, the number 33 repeatedly. Now, the number 33 is not evil, but they use it for evil. They invert it. I try to take these symbols back and use them for positivity and use them to teach, but they're all over. I mean, it's unreal how much they want us to believe this stuff. It blows my mind. And there's some other trending stories right now that I wanted to touch on too in this episode. So let me pull up these videos I got, guys, because there's some crazy stuff going on in the world. So hold on one second. Right here we go. Okay, is this the one? Right here, I think it is. And make sure. Yep, okay. I'll share my screen with you guys. And don't forget, family, please, please, please go opt in to the daily newsletter. That is so important. That way you guys get notifications and updates. And if you want to do your decoding and decode reality, well, we have the Gematria calculator. It's on our website. The best one, the biggest database on the internet, and we don't charge you money like all the other sites. And guess what? Their equations don't even equal what they're supposed to, because they add numbers up the wrong way. So I've tried to teach them numerous times, but they don't want to listen. And probably because they're disinformation agents is probably why. So let me play this one for you. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for this, but we'll try it. We've already got pretty spicy on today's episode already.
Yeah, so you might want to tone down the heat a little bit, son.
Yeah, well, we're there now, Pops. We're there now, brother. Okay, this is some trending stuff right now.
And the bottom line is that you can't say that you have one rule for Facebook and you have a different rule for Twitter. The same rule has to apply, which is that there has to be a responsibility that is placed on these social media sites to understand their power. They are directly speaking to millions and millions of people without any level of oversight or regulation. And that has to stop.
The man who actually funded her and financed her was a man called Stephen Phillips. He was an open Marxist-Leninist, very closely affiliated with a pro-Chinese communist group called the League of Revolutionary Struggle. And he was very good friends of a young radical named Maya Harris. He knew Maya Harris's family very well. And of course, Maya was the sister of Kamala Harris. Well, Steve Phillips, in the early 90s, he led much of the League of Revolutionary Struggle into the Democratic Party. They changed the name of the organization. They became a group called the Unity Organizing Center, and many of them moved into the Democratic Party, as did Steve Phillips. So they understood, and I've been saying this for several years now, that Kamala Harris would be the candidate for the Democrats in 2020 because she's part of the Steve Phillips stable. She is one of his proteges.
I have seen the work of Power Pack around the country. It really is the work that inspires a lot of people to even consider the fact that they could be leaders and know that if they choose to take that step, there will be support for them. And the support will be broad and it will be deep and it will be significant.
We can see what is possible unburdened by what has been.
So you can see the possibility of a world that's unburdened from its own history, which is exactly what Mao Zedong did when he launched the campaign of Smash the Four Olds, the four old characteristics of Chinese society. They're going to make the new man, as a matter of fact. People could become unburdened by what has been so that they could see what could possibly be in the terms of a socialist utopia.
There has never been a full accounting for the chaos of the Cultural Revolution or for Mao's most disastrous policy of all, the Great Leap Forward, his attempt to modernize China's economy that led to famine and, say some historians, the deaths of at least 45 million people.
Your gun control agenda? Yeah, I think it's a great idea. But I mean, listen, I don't think we lack for great ideas. As I've said many times, we've been having great ideas for decades. The problem is that Congress has not had the courage to act. And that is why, from the beginning, I have said, my agenda includes attempting to get Congress to act, but if they don't within the first 100 days of my administration, I'm going to take executive action. Because what we need is action.
It is an anti-human, post-human, looking forward to the end of humans, Wall Street Journal, New York Times. I've been in grocery stores and seen magazines at the checkout saying the world without humans would be great. It's all over the place. It's on Fox News. Don't have kids. They're bad for the earth. It's a damn death cult.
Where is the outrage for the scores of American globalists siding with China, who have made Russian hacking look like child's play? The Wall Street Journal reported that federal prosecutors will bring criminal charges against hackers linked to the Chinese government who have allegedly engaged in sophisticated multi-year schemes to break into U.S. technology service providers in order to compromise the network of their clients.
Never seen a... Let me pause that 1 second. And did you see that date, guys? December 7th? That's the day of Pearl Harbor, just to let you know. So that's interesting that they released that article on that day.
Country dedicate its resources, its espionage resources, to steal economic information and then use it against us, against our economy.
At one point, the penetration was so complete, a chamber thermostat was communicating with a computer in China.
The hackers allegedly gained access to a number of American companies and government agencies that rely on service providers.
Why is Huawei so dangerous? Well, the MIT Technology Review reported that the Chinese firm is the world's largest manufacturer of things like base stations and antennas that mobile operators use to run wireless networks. And those networks carry data that's used to help control power grids, financial markets, transport systems, and other parts of countries' vital infrastructure. The fear is that China's military and intelligence services could insert software or hardware backdoors into Huawei's gear that they could exploit to degrade or disable foreign wireless networks in the event of a crisis. This has led to moves in the U.S. to block Chinese equipment from being used. Zero Hedge reported a recent study concluded that only 2% of the population needs to have done a DNA test for virtually everyone's genetic makeup to be exposed. And that exposure opens the door to the ultimate breach of privacy, a breach that will germinate the seed, constructing a prison planet system nanny-state that would even horrify George Orwell. Bloomberg reported currently law enforcement already has potential access to millions of people's data, said James Hazel, a researcher at Vanderbilt University Medical Center in Nashville, Tennessee. He continued, a universal system would be much easier to regulate.
Dr. Lai Liang Shui at the Guangzhou Institutes of Biomedicine and Health claim they're the first to successfully alter the genetic makeup of dogs.
This muscle is much stronger.
Yeah. That makes me so mad. I love dogs so much. I can't believe they'd even do that to animals.
Doubled the muscle mass of these beagles through the process of gene editing. We knocked out a gene which would ordinarily stop muscles from growing, so these dogs became much more muscular, Lai told us.
Back in 1987, in a lab in Osaka, Japan, the discovery of a clustered, regularly interspaced short palindromic repeats DNA sequence system, or what is more commonly known as CRISPR, sent shockwaves through the science community because of the chaotic modifications it could cause upon human DNA.
Is there any way that you can encourage us to allow our compassionate evolution and our evolution of our moral conscience to evolve at the same rate as our technology?
The only way we can proceed is really to have, an open community of people where we invite everyone to get involved. It can't be just the elites doing something and everybody else, sort of trying to figure it out and figure out how it's affecting them.
I'm a believer in the precautionary principle, as I've just said, and I think we have to worry about possible consequences of things that we do. And the ability to edit our own genomes is one thing we ought to worry about. I'm not sure it's so much an ethical problem as a more practical problem. What would the consequences be? Would the consequences be bad? And they might be.
Now, Chinese scientists at the Southern University of Science and Technology in Shenzhen are attempting to create the first gene-edited babies. Utilizing CRISPR, they intend on eliminating a gene known as CCR5 and creating genetically modified babies resistant to HIV, smallpox, and cholera.
It has surprised the scientific community itself, even how rapidly it's been taken up, and how what's amazing is the number of applications that people have come up with.
Scientists have already used CRISPR to engineer mosquitoes to resist malaria. It's also been used to create designer animals, goats with longer hair, and beagles with more muscle.
But does the bad outweigh the good? Aside from the possibility of weakening humanity and making it more susceptible to cancer, for example, scientists worry that once a species is modified, it is changed forever. Isn't it typical in these uncertain times that something as nebulous as the future of CRISPR technology is in the hands of a totalitarian regime? John Bound.
And the bottom line,
I mean, that's what you was talking about, Pops, with the mosquitoes, right?
Well, I don't know. Look, your mom, stepmom Cindy's been saying a long time that they're spraying us. They're spraying us. Well, they're spraying us in every way. But again, and they're doing DNA splicing and creating, hybrid stuff. They've been doing that for decades.
Yep.
Right? They've been doing that for decades. But what we got to do is, again, I'm moving. I'm going to be moving in the middle of the month up the street because, I'm not buying in the United States. I'm going to let, real estate is just a bubble. Everything in the United States right now is a big, giant bubble, and you got to let it pop. But, I'm going through all of my stuff, my protection stuff, my backup stuff, my, canned goods and all of this stuff, just making sure that I've got my house in the best order that I can get it into. Because again, I will tell you that these people are not going to go quietly into the night. And we, again, are at a point now, and we've probably been at that point for a while, where there is no more conversation, because there is no conversation that can be had between, light and darkness. It's got to be a great separation, or it's going to be something, unfortunately, much uglier than that. I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I'm hoping it's just a great separation. They can go live where they want to go live. We all live where we want to live. Stay out of our territory. We stay out of yours. Let God judge you where you're at. Let God judge us where we're at. But I believe that that's where we're going. Besides all of this satanic science they're doing, and the manipulation of the of the DNA with all the different ways they're doing it through food, through medical, through all of it. I mean, look, we're under siege. And again, you gotta strengthen your personal foundation of your life and your family and all of that. And keep declaring, declaring and decreeing that, the things are going to be changed for the better, for all of us, for all the people, because these are very sick, evil people. I mean, they're doing all of that stuff. They've been doing it, they've been doing stuff for thousands of years.
I just can't believe it's gotten this bad. And
it's been bad like this before a lot of times. And it's,
I know, but
it just hasn't been, it's been this bad. It just hasn't so much of the darkness being brought into the light. And that's what the Creator's doing, bringing the darkness into the light, right? Yep. Bringing the darkness into the light, and more of the darkness is going to be brought into the light, and it's going to sicken people to their core as this, awakening accelerates. And it is going to accelerate. What we're having going on right now will look like nothing compared to where we're headed.
Yeah, it's like they're really normalizing stuff too, Pops. Like, they don't want us to think that anything positive. They don't want you to think. They want you to think everything's ugly and it's hopeless. And, that's just what they promote now. It's crazy. I mean, you look at some of these people out here that are doing body modifications, dude, and this shit is unreal. Talk about House of the Dragon. They look like something from,
Yeah, but look, not everyone's going to be able to save. I would say to everybody, focus on yourself, focus on your loved ones, pray for them. You can't, change everybody's mind. You can take a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Focus on yourself, focus on, the people that are in your life with prayer and declaring and decreeing, and do your best. I mean, and prepare for what is going to continue to accelerate, because it's going to continue to accelerate, whether we want it to or not. It's going to, and the light will get lighter and the dark will get darker. And I've been saying this for years now. That's what's going to happen. Mark my words on it. You're going to see it.
Oh, no, I agree with you. And I wanted to talk a little bit real quick about this whole monkey archetype that we're seeing right now. It's very interesting to me how they use different, me and Donut call them Illuminati animals. Like, they'll have different animal archetypes connected to these events, just like they do symbols and numbers. So, for example, the United States was founded in 1776, right? The same year the Illuminati was founded, which was on May 1st of 1776. Well, guess what that was, guys? That was the year of the fire monkey, according to the Chinese lunar calendar. So the monkey, America was founded under monkey energy. And if you go to 1956, the year the polio vaccine came out, which changed the medical field, what year was that? It was the year of the fire monkey as well, in Chinese astrology, right? So, and then we had the whole monkeypox situation. And the day the World Health Organization declared a global emergency over that event was the same day the series Bad Monkey was released. My brother Donut talked about this too on his platform. Like when Elon Musk purchased Twitter, Donut said, which is the bird platform, Joe Biden was literally pooped on by birds, and 60 Minutes aired a segment declaring that birds aren't real, right? Similar to Mountain Dew Code Red, which was released just before the implementation of the Code Red system. And then we've seen it with Maui Burst, the Mountain Dew, which was linked to the Hawaii fires. So it's kind of funny how this symbolism is tied to many different things. And then fire monkey, guys, since I've seen it was always tied to the fire monkey, the birth of America, the rolling out of polio, all this shit. I'm like, man, I wonder what fire monkey equals. And guess what it equals? 121, which is the number of the Antichrist. CERN rituals 121. Now, let me break this down for you a little bit. the significance of the number 121. In 2021, a staggering 666 new Texas laws went into effect on September 1st, the day leaving 121 days in the year, a clear tribute to Revelations and the Antichrist. Now, the code red, Corona, and its variants have been consistently linked to this number, December 1st, which is 121. December 1st of 21 was that new variant, Omicron. And then North Carolina was instructed to stay at the home under Executive Order 121. See, they don't want no one connecting these type of dots. And that was on March 30th of 2020. The World Immunization Week of 2020 ended on April 30th, the 121st day of the year, coinciding with Trump extending social distancing guidelines to the same date. And then during that whole lockdown, SiriusXM even made a channel. Guess what the channel was? 121. I mean, you can't make this up. And according to the CDC, 14 U.S. corona cases were noted between January 21st, 121, and February 23rd, all involving patients who had traveled to China, so they say. The first non-travel case was confirmed in California on February 26th, with the first U.S. death reported on February 29th. And, you know, each one of these events tie back to that number 121, which, guys, that's Antichrist and CERN ritual. I really think they're doing some stuff that involves opening the gates of hell. I really do. And the one big pharma company, Donut, brought this up. Shout out to Donut Factory. Go check them out. Got some amazing content. Good friend of mine, like my brother. He said the pharma company that has the monkey jab, the only one, they're worth $33 billion right now. And the mainstream media just shared an article on that where you can see it for yourself. So there's that number, 33 again. But I thought that was very interesting that America's connected to that whole monkey archetype, Pops. Found that fascinating.
Well, America's number one in many, many things. We won't list them out here because we could get shut down. And they're number one in things that you definitely don't want to be number one in. You don't even want to be on the list, but they're on the list. And, you know, some of these lizard overlords are proud that we're on that list. It's, you know, it's all numerology. God runs everything by numbers.
Yeah.
Right. God runs everything by numbers, and he gave specific command that we are to look into the heavens for signs and wonders. We are to look in the heavens for signs and wonders. And I was told that that was blasphemy, you know, when I was growing up, and that, you know, that was a sin. And anybody that looked in the sky, heavens for signs and wonders would be destined for hell. You know what I mean? And that's what I was told. And that's not true. And all of these things are integrated into different parts of the society, pillars of society, religion being one of those pillars, right? Education, another. All of these pillars of society to dumb down the people because they don't want anyone to step into your power, because it doesn't take many of us that step into our power to make a change. You know, when 4 or 5 or 6 people can go into a city, professional meditators, and meditate for that city and drop the crime rate. Again, we were made in the Creator's image.
Oh, we have the power.
Let's start acting like it. You know what I mean? Let's start acting like it.
We got the power to bend and manipulate reality to our will, just like they do, you know, but they don't want us to know that. Because imagine, Pops, if we could get, let's just say a conservative number, 1,000 you know, first player characters, not these damn NPCs, especially if you got 1,000 very powerful first player characters that are carriers of that Neo code, and they're all meditating on the same thing. We could change the world with that. But they, you know, that's very dangerous to them. They teach us magic's fake and all this while they're teaching their kids how to do it from the day they're born, how to use manifestation magic, how to use chaos magic, and and sympathetic magic. It's being done on us on the big screen, in music, in the media, every day. It's right in front of your face.
That's why I don't spend a lot of time on that stuff, son.
Well, once you know, Pops, it doesn't work on you. And there's, we got to have somebody that helps to expose that and show the others what it really is. And I'd say this all the time. Reality's a code, and I'm the glitch that reveals its secrets, because I'll wake them up and then you can help them with all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, we have to focus on, we have to focus on the solutions. We really do, if we want to have a planet for our kids and our grandkids. And, we need to do it. No matter what generation you're in, we need all to work together and make that happen.
And even if let's say, because guys, I believe that we live in some type of simulation and it is enclosed. I just don't look at it like the normal flat earth perspective, because I think that's all controlled by these Masons. But what I do know is I believe that it's more of an egg shape, right? And the firmament, the torus field, is what is actually spinning. That's what I believe. And none of us know until we go up there, I guess. But to think that they just don't have satellites, you would be crazy to believe that, because let's say space is fake, just for argument's sake, right? Say you can't go up there, it's water, whatever. Well, they can have low under the firmament satellites that are like drones that charge up off the sun. We have that technology that doesn't need to come down. So they don't need weather balloons or any of this, because that's very dangerous to think, oh yeah, that's all fake. They don't have that type of tech. Yeah, they do. They damn sure do. And that's how they blaze Lahaina, with the dragon fire directed energy weapon that they created. How do you think that operates from up there? You know what I'm saying? Even if it's under the firmament, under the Van Allen belt, they still have this type of technology. They got something called the Wrath of God too, guys. And it can shoot these giant beams down. They're like, it's kind of like a rail gun, and it shoots these huge beams down that can cause tsunamis, earthquakes, and then they can blame it on an asteroid, which currently in the media right now, they're talking about we're going to get hit with an asteroid. But it said here, I'll show you guys, but it says it's going to be little, not to really worry about it. I don't know. I don't trust them too much when they say stuff like this. Right here, guys, see this? An asteroid is about to hit Earth, but don't worry, it's only a small one, they say. So this is trending today. And have you seen this yet, Pops?
Yeah, I've been reading about it.
What do you think?
I've been reading about it. Hey, look, whatever happens, happens. I don't worry about it, because I, have no fear of death at all. God's going to do what God's going to do. And I believe God's going to take these evil people down, whether they like it or not. And that, we're going to have, it could take the rest of my life on this planet. But eventually we're going to have a planet that is going to be good for people. Now, that might be, a higher vibrating planet, why everybody in the lower vibration is stuck, in the 3D. Could be that way too, right?
Right.
I don't know 100%. I just feel everything's shifting. Everything's shifting.
Look, they said the multiverse could be much bigger than we ever imagined. So in this article, they're even talking about the multiverse. That's crazy. And where it's going to hit, guys, I guess, is the Philippines. Damn, we got some workers over there, don't we, Pops?
We got family and friends over there. But, hey, look, let's see. There's doom and gloom, and they're putting out that fear porn all the time to get everybody vibrating in that. Because if they get enough people vibrating in that, it'll actually happen. The great thing about people that vibrate in a positive way is they are, 100 to 1 to, or more, maybe 1,000 to 1 to a negative vibrator. I don't know the exact number, but it's a lot, to where they are, they vibrate at such a high level, it mitigates all of these negative vibration people. But believe me, they want to get everybody afraid. They want to get everybody scared. that, you know, we're at it. Not that this next couple of months is going to probably be one crazy roller coaster. Not probably, is going to be one crazy ride, because we got these two sides of the same bird, right? Two sides of the same coin, fighting against each other. And I'm not going to, sit here and I just don't believe in the federal government at all, except for the 5 things that it was supposed to do in the Constitution. And until it does those 5 things and cuts itself down by 90%, I don't even want to think. I don't care about it. I care about my local community, my neighbors, my family, all of that. I could care less. Let them implode. Let them go bankrupt. What are they going to do about it? If the United States goes down, everybody's going down. Everybody's going down, because they all sell a lot of stuff to the United States. Right?
Well,
I mean, they're all going down. I mean, they all got a bunch of still, even though they're ditching the dollar, they still have a whole bunch of dollars.
Right. Well, they want to collapse us. They want to bring in communism. That's just what they want. And these events are at least these ones out in California are definitely happening, because I have people out there that told me they're happening. So, I don't believe everything they say on TV, but I do know they're trying to keep our attention on stupid shit when we need to be paying attention to the natural disasters, the earthquakes, the tornadoes. That's what's real. That's what's actually happening. Now, whether it's cyclical or it's some type of device that they're using, we just got to protect ourselves. And it's very important, because there's a lot of people out here that have no idea. Look at this, 23 million guys. You'll see that number a whole lot in the coming days, because it's the 23rd year anniversary since 9/11, a date that was built. That whole ritual was encoded with that number 23. So I guarantee we'll hear this one. I'm going to tell you right now. We're going to hear about planes in the media. They're going to be talking about planes, probably crashes, all that bullshit. And remember, I told you guys to pay attention to that number 32. And now you see how many different stories they've connected to that number. Damn, here's the number 1956 too. That's the year the polio vaccine came out. In Portuguese Bend area, what happened here? Southern side of Polaros. An active landslide has been ongoing since 1956. So this who knows what's really happening here? Because I'm going to point out a few things. 1956 was the year Sandy Hook was established. And we know that city was built on psyops, right? Just like Aurora, Colorado, where they're allegedly taking over apartment complexes right now. And then this video is 1 minute and 13 seconds long, which disinformation, illusion, green screen matrix, bullshit, all equals 113. So, maybe something else is going on out there and they're not telling us. Dude, I really think what I said a year ago is happening. I really do, bro. So my theory is that they're doing some type of martial law shit. They brought all these military-age men in through the borders, right? They were training China up in Canada a couple years back. And they're like, yeah, we have to train them in the winter. Like, they don't have their own snow in China. That made no sense. But I think they're already here, bro. They're systematically hitting areas. Like with these fires, they go in to help. No.
There's hundreds of thousands of them here right now.
Yeah,
there was just an interview with Sheriff Mack on Nino's channel. I'll show you later, son, and you can kind of go do an overview of it.
Yeah.
And these are people, they're connected, a few of the people like Sheriff Mack, and they're connected pretty high up to know what's going on. And there's hundreds of thousands of them already getting ready, trained on drones and everything. Yeah, we got to be vigilant about our water supply, about our electrical grids, about our food supply, getting community gardens going. That's why I keep on impressing everybody. Get into that Patriots Club, get in that community, and let's get moving. Let's get moving. You're going to see me talking more and more and more and more about it as we roll out and, get out to more and more people. We have to do it. We got to do it and start taking back our self-sufficiency. At the Great Depression, and this was the generation before the baby boomers, right? And that's why you've seen, my grandma Thompson and Grandpa Thompson, they were preppers, man. But everybody was preppers back then. Everybody.
I remember Grandma Thompson's basement. She had all them canned goods. I was very.
Oh yeah, all the time. You seen her canning almost every weekend. She was canning stuff.
They were Sicilian though, Pops. We're Sicilian.
Well, they were canning and canning and canning and canning, and they were prepping and they were ready for anything. And that's what we all got to be able to do. We got to be ready because we're going to go through some, ups and downs, some bumps and lumps, and, just pray and declare and decree and meditate and get with your family and get with your neighbors and get to know your neighbors and see who they are. Because if you don't, you're not gonna, you're not gonna have the support that you need. Making sure that your own backyard's under control.
Right. So what do you think, Dad? It's kind of crazy that all these Venezuelan gangs are going into all these liberal places, though. They ain't gonna try that shit out here in the Midwest, in Chicago, Detroit, Cleveland, Ohio, none of these places, because it ain't gonna work. Or even Texas. You're right there by the border. Why don't y'all try that slick shit in Texas?
Well, yeah, look, the bottom line is that there is 100 million gun owners in the United States, and there's tens and tens of millions of them heavily armed. We have the largest army on the planet, civilian army. The United States is a big, 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 big place. Okay. Right. Without nuking the crap out of us, they're going to have a hard time doing it. You got the Hell Angels flying over there to Colorado, biking over there to Colorado. There's a lot of vets. There's a lot of ex-military. There's a lot of ex-police. There's a lot of ex-police. We got big militias all over the place. The last thing I think these people want to do is pop that stuff off. That would be a big mistake on their part. They would have no alternative but to nuke this place, because I think they gamed it out one time. If the American people raised up, the gun owners, it would literally take less than a week.
Well, Pops,
to take the country back in a violent way. I'm not I don't want to be involved in violence. I don't want that to happen. I pray that this can be a peaceful solution. But here's the
we don't promote that. We're on YouTube. We do not promote violence.
We don't promote any violence. But here's the bottom line. I think they should govern themselves the way they want to govern themselves, and we'll govern ourselves the way we want to govern ourselves, under God and under love and all of that. And the states that are more constitutional, more people will move to. The states that are not, more people will leave. And then let's see where God pours his judgment.
Right.
Let's see where God pours his judgment. Because look, if you are a state of people that love God and love family and love children and love protect precious life, and doing righteousness and doing community gardens and getting back over into self-sufficiency and all of that, well, guess what? God will bless you. If you're a state doing all the opposite of that, God will smash you. And that's what I think you're going to be seeing. 1,000 fall at my side, 10,000 at my right hand, but nothing touches me. God's people will not be destroyed or destroyed by any of this. The unrighteous, the dark forces will be destroyed by this. And again, I suggest to them, if they're listening, which they probably are, go ahead and do your separation. What states are yours? What states are ours? I would say the red states are ours and the blue states are yours. Everybody in the blue state, get out and go to the red state. Everybody in a red state that wants the blue, I'm just using these two colors, which I hate anyways. Get out and go where you go, and let them, run what they want to, run their people. And we have our leadership to run our people. And really, God runs you. No human being, God didn't want to, have these leaders, right? God wanted to be the leader, and God wanted us to lead our family and be leaders within our community. And that's where we need to get back to.
We definitely need to get back to living off the land. And that's what it's going to come down to, because if you don't take the mark, which is coming, it doesn't matter if you're religious or not. It's all about power and control. They want to monitor everything. And I think these little gangs, guys, I think it's something way more sinister than we think. I think they're going in there and they're grabbing people out that said no to certain things. That's what the fires are. And why did they shut down the Facebook group? They shut down a whole millions of people on Facebook about this event. You know, that's crazy that they did that after Mark Zuckerberg just came out and admitted that they made him lie during the election. Well, we already knew you lied, dude. You were putting all kinds of people in Facebook jail. And I don't even like either side. I don't care about neither one of them. But
well, politics is something to divide.
Oh, 100%.
You know, your team against my team. You know, we got Republicans, we got Democrats, we got independents, we got libertarians. We always got sides instead of, you know, just being us.
We're trying.
You know, we're sitting here being completely manipulated by these people. You know, completely manipulated by these people. So again, I would say work on your personal foundation harder than you've ever worked before. Get to know your neighbors. Make sure you got your food, your water, your backup power, you know, whatever you can afford, get it. Make sure you got yourself protected from EMF, radiation, 5G. I mean, they're hammering us with that. You know, get your band from Bodyline in your disc. Get it from TJ's link below. Show him love by using his link, for God's sakes. It's under support us by supporting, you know, he's got that down in the description below. And we're actually be cleaning up our descriptions. I've been working on a better layout for them, which will be nice and clean for everybody. But, you know, let's get in the club. Let's get into the community. And if you want to be involved in solutions, let's start gathering patriots in your area so you have some support. A lot of people out there saying, well, I have no one. Well, if you don't start, you know, looking and helping, you know, you're not going to have anyone.
Right. 100%. Well, me personally, I haven't seen this video yet. I wanted to wait until we were live to check it out because I was in the hospital during all this. The first thing I noticed, though, was the door number. And I'm like, wow, if you drop the 0, it's 31, which, you know, guys, the matrix equals 31 in Chaldean. So I'm wondering if this isn't just a psyop and something else is really going on there. And that location is the home of psyops. Remember the Aurora shooting, the whole Batman connection. And there's a real crazy connection there I'll talk about in just a second. But let's see what this is all about.
Seeing smile lines? Try this.
The kids on TikTok say this is good for smile lines. I don't think so. See, while...
Sorry, guys.
Don't boil or fry another egg before listening to this.
See, our bodies...
We are now living in a time when foreign gangs can cross over our border and seize people's property at gunpoint with no fear of the law.
This video has been making the rounds online since yesterday. Shows armed men walking through a building, knocking on doors, and entering an apartment. These men are part of a dangerous Venezuelan gang, and their numbers have been growing steadily because of the crisis at the border.
There have been rumblings of new gang activity in Aurora all summer. Officials have skated around the topic, but now there's video and victims they can't deny.
It's really like being held hostage.
Cindy was a prisoner in her own home. She's lived in this building at 12th and Dallas for years. This summer, when crime got worse, Cindy got cameras. Doorbell video shows a group of armed men forcing their way into her neighborhood.
Oh, wow. Look at this door, Dad. And they're trying to hide the number. Do you see it? It's 303-33. Wow, I didn't even catch that, guys, till just now. So there's 301. They're going in the white door. And then the red door is 303. Oh, what did we just learn? What's red and white equal? 666, which the name of the gang equals 666 still.
Home. Another night, her camera outside captured 2 men approaching a vehicle, guns drawn.
What I am told is that police leadership put it out that no less than like 3 or 4 officers could respond to one of these complexes. I now have other property owners, other apartment complexes calling and telling me the same kinds of things.
Food is the biggest commodity over there.
Cindy says she survived the ordeal by staying quiet, giving them food and bed bug spray. Every night, praying she'd hear sirens.
They left us there to die.
In her new home, far away, the peace she feels is fleeting because for so many others, she says there is no escape, no solution.
Why are they blurring out that 303 there? That's hilarious. Oh my God, I can't even believe this.
And no sign that help will ever come.
The people working to defund the police are the same people bringing in millions of foreigners without any expectation to assimilate. These foreigners,
There it is. 303. See, guys? You got to pay attention. Remember, I just taught you.
are being given money, education, and homes, while tax-paying American citizens are being kicked out of their homes and losing their jobs. Property taxes generate approximately 75% of a city's funding. And as the job market, home sales, commercial real estate, and the entire U.S. economy continues to plummet, the average American citizen will no longer be able to pay the city's taxes, and city governments will become desperate. Right on cue, the federal government announces it will be giving out hundreds of millions of dollars to cities willing to take more migrants. This isn't new. The Department of Homeland Security, who is supposedly tasked with securing the homeland, has already given out $1 billion to city governments in return for taking more migrants. And there will be billions more given out. This incentivized plan of self-destruction is scheduled to last another 2 years. The Venezuelan gang violence in Aurora, Colorado, is already spilling out to the surrounding suburbs. And Aurora is just one of many. There are hundreds of sanctuary cities, counties, and states, all of which are losing money. And the funds being given out by Homeland Security will not cut it. They will only increase the amount of mouths to feed. As it turns out, the cost of feeding and housing tens of millions of people is unsustainable. And as the money starts to run out, things will get much more dangerous. John Williams predicts we will be seeing more demand for gated communities and private security companies.
A lot of these, new residents are coming from a harder world. They're coming from the El Salvadors of the world, the Venezuelas of the world. These countries where they know a lot of hardship, and they've come here for a better life, and they're going to do what they have to do to achieve that better life. And as we walk into the winter, it's going to be real cold in San Francisco, in Denver, New York City. And if they don't have shelter, they're going to take it, most likely. I mean, if the food cuts off, if the shelter, becomes harder to come by, if all of these, perks and things that were promised go away, it's going to be a free-for-all.
Last year, 139 mayors officially told Congress they need more money to provide food, housing, and other services to their growing migrant community. They wrote that both city government agencies and local nonprofits are overwhelmed and cannot provide the most basic assistance.
Where do you see all of this going? Do you think that this video right here is the end? Or do you think that this situation is very well the beginning? It's only 3 months until winter. These cities, they're going to get really cold.
Reporting for Info.
I mean, that is just unreal. I didn't even see that damn 33 on there. Let me just show you guys something real quick.
And then I gotta bug out here in a few minutes, my son.
Oh, that's okay, Pops. If you got to go, you can go. I can finish the rest.
Yeah, I know you'll be on here for another hour.
Yeah.
Well, listen, brothers and sisters, love you much. I want to go spend some time with my grandson before he, goes up to get a bath and go to bed. Again, work on that personal foundation, get closer to the Creator, and continue to come on here and watch what we're doing, and we'll continue to fill you in what we got going on. Love you very much. Take care.
Before you go, Dad, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, hey, what times are you doing that new show on Sovereign Radio? Because I put the link down there. I seen you had a couple episodes up over there.
Yeah, we record those right now. We're just recording them. But we're those then go up on the website, and you have your Sovereign Radio. Just go to the shows and then online shows, and they'll be able to catch what's going on there.
Oh, cool. Yeah, because it looked like you guys were talking about some cool stuff over there. So thanks, Pops.
All right, son. Take care. Love you.
Love you. Good. All right, guys. So all them links are down in the description. You can check out my dad's other show with Sovereign Radio. I got a couple more things I want to show you guys. You know, I'm not done yet. We got 300 people still in here. Smash that like button, guys. So you guys seen that 33, right? Now I'm about to show you the connection to these gangs. Shout out to Anya Soru. He decoded all this. So just give me 2 seconds. Bear with me, all right? Let me put this together real quick. I got Ani slides right here. Ani figured this out. So we just see they're in front of the red and white doors, which red and white is 666. And their gang name, Venezuela 666 too, in Sumerian. I mean, this whole thing is so staged. And I'm telling you right now, I know what they're doing. They think they're so slick, don't they? What they're doing, I believe, this is my theory anyways, I think it's all military. I think it's all military, and I think they're rounding people up. The people that said no to, you know what? Guys, why would they go out of their way to shut down that freaking page? They knew that wasn't going to go over well. You know what I'm saying? People are flipping out about that, but they didn't even care. They just erased the whole freaking thing. I don't know. Do any of you guys in the comments know if it's back up or not? I haven't heard it was, but okay, here, let me put this other slide up for you. All right, there's that. Oh, wow, I didn't even know this one. Venezuelan gangs. Guess what that equals, guys? 201. Speaking of 201, which we were talking about with the House of the Dragon, that's who's running this whole little situation now, these bloodlines. And you know what my dad's talking about, where they can take their cities and we take ours. That's a beautiful thought, right? But it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. They're not going to give up nothing. They are giving up nothing. They would rather all of us perish, and they would hit that button, that nuke button, before they'll give up an inch. That's the scary thing about them. Because, you know, a normal person's like, oh, this is getting kind of real. Let's back out before none of our children have anything to look forward to. No, but these people, they're not going for it. They've been doing this for thousands of years, guys. I'm not trying to scare no one or nothing. It's just what it is. They're psychotic. You know what I mean? We're dealing with, I think it's a non-human entity for real. Fallen angels, aliens, whatever the hell you want to call it. It's something that ain't normal. That's for sure. Okay, here we go, guys. Let me just download the PDF and I can show you what I'm talking about. PDF, download. Okay, this is pretty crazy. Ani caught this. If you don't know who Ani is, I'm talking about Ani Soru from the Spiritual Shade Room. He's got his own YouTube too. Here we go. Share screen. Entire screen, please. Boom. Share. Okay. Sorry, guys. PDF. All right, here we are. So Ani figured this out. Venezuela 666. The name of their gang 666. They're in front of the white and red door, which is 666, red and white, and that's the color of Santa or Saint Tin. It all goes back to Saturn. This is a major Saturnalia death ritual. We see them throwing up their devil horns. You know, all these little gangs here, MS-13, all of them. They're very into Lucifer, to say the least. And I ain't scared of none of them. You know, they're all around where I'm at. I guarantee they ain't going to come knocking on my door. Venezuela gangs, 201, guys. So there's that 201 number, you know. Their symbol looks very much like Skull and Bones too, don't it? Oh, look at the gas mask on that one. Man, I keep seeing that gas mask symbolism over and over in a lot of different movies, and I'm wondering if they're planning on some type of chemical weapon. I think they are. I think they really are. And then, so it says on February 28th, 1861, U.S. President James Buchanan signed an act creating the territory of Colorado. And on August 1st of 1876, President Ulysses Grant signed the Proclamation 230, admitting Colorado to the Union as the 38th state. Oh, There you go. Well, 38. 3 plus 8 is 11. The twin pillars, 11 opens up. It's like a portal. When they use it in number magic, it opens a portal to the subconscious when you see the number 11, which is a master number. Now, 38, it's on the cover of Murder by Numbers, the movie. Murder, death, RIP, all 38. And where did George Floyd happen, guys? Remember George Floyd's event? Where'd that take place? Oh, I don't know. 38th Street. You know what I'm saying? 38th Street. So whenever you see that number 38, it's usually a false flag. That's all I'm going to tell you. It's usually a false flag. So there we go. Just another, crazy event. I want to see what else is going on too, because what I'm really worried about is all these freaking natural disasters, these people, or should we say unnatural disasters. Sunblast Strong M.9 class flare, which we've been getting hit with these every day. And the government ain't even talking about it. Mountain buries town under 150 feet of rock. Like, what is all this stuff going on? Floodwaters over. Oh, you know what I seen earlier, guys? The president, or not the president, Kim Jong-un, he just murdered a bunch of people. Did you guys see that? Some crazy flood happened over there, and he murdered a bunch of people after it. What is going on? Whoa, what is this about? How this mega volcano caused a deadly plague that swept the Roman Empire. Oh, that's interesting. What's this one about? Oregon wildfires. This is going on right now. Man, we're just with these freaking fires, man. This is crazy. According to officials, several smaller fires caused by lightning strikes. Yeah, right. We ain't buying that no more. We ain't buying your lightning strike bullshit. Not at all. Man, there's just tons of them. Look at this. Hold on. Let's this one play. Look at all these fires. What in the hell? I'm telling you.
Fires are burning across Washington state. The situation is so severe, Governor Jay Inslee declared a state of emergency. Part of the problem is that battling those fires is causing a fuel supply shortage for crews. KIRO 7's Ranji Sinha reports from North Bend on how this emergency declaration should help that problem.
Well, the governor's emergency declaration runs through August 16th, and that means truckers who normally stop at truck stops like this one here in North Bend, well, they can run a little longer, even if that means pushing their hours, because they'll be able to deliver that critical fuel to emergency services. The governor's news release says since June, we've had really dry conditions, high temperatures that's created a high risk for fire fuel across the region. We've seen some fires across our region. Haven't reduced to thick smoke yet, but we could be getting there soon. A wildfire is disrupting travel along the North Cascades Highway. WashDOT closed a stretch of Highway 20 for the so-called Easy Fire that's burning across 300 acres. Officials say lightning caused that fire, which is 0%.
Look at the video, guys. 1 minute and 28 seconds long, too. 128 code.
Contained, but the bottom line is, yes, we have this fire with us, and we are seeing fires right now. Now, Governor Inslee says truckers like these can make decisions on their own, or the companies can make decisions on how long they're going to run if they are indeed carrying fuel, but they want to get that fuel to those that need it. The governor has also activated National and State Guard personnel as part of the state of emergency. In North Bend, Ranji Sinha, KIRO 7 News.
Oh, did I just see what I thought I did? Hold on a second. I know you guys are yelling at me. Tommy, hold on. I seen it, guys. Don't you worry. I seen that shit. I seen that little slick shit they just... Oh, yeah, I seen it. Look at that 322 right there. 322. Oh, y'all are so... You guys think you're so fucking slick with that. 322 and then 10. Well, what's 10? Marilyn Manson. You say God, I say 10. Right? Satan is 10. It's also 55, which 5 plus 5 is 10. But I'll tell you what, this reduction cipher is crazy. It's Pythagorean. You guys know me. I'm a big fan of Chaldean, right? But, man, there's so much hidden in the reduction cipher. I highly recommend looking into it. Very, very important cipher. I'm going to do a whole breakdown on it for you guys, but that's crazy right there. You see the three? Let's screenshot that. Let me screenshot that for Donut. I just try to send Donut a link, but he's not home right now. He's out kicking it. Screenshot that little bad boy right there. I mean, wow. I'm telling you, man, I don't miss a beat, guys. I didn't catch that either. I was sitting over here doing something on my phone. I looked out of the corner of my eye and got it. Like, I know that is not a 322 on that damn truck. And sure enough, it was. Hey, what do you guys think about the new Beetlejuice? Has anybody seen that yet? I can't wait to watch it. Let me see something. I'm trying to watch it over here, but it hasn't loaded yet. Before they break all my free movie sites. You know, they keep shutting them down, don't they, guys? Here's another one. I ain't going to say the name. Hopefully you're smart enough to look up here. But you see how I came over on a different search engine? I'm on Brave. You can't just go on Google and type in Brave search engine. You got to have it downloaded to your computer or phone, or you'll get pop-ups. I mean, I use VPN, so I can block all of it and triangulate that I'm in multiple different locations at once. But I bet you there's a ton of symbolism in that new Beetlejuice that's coming out. Another one I'm about to watch, my aunt told me to watch it. Shout out to my Aunt Tam. She told me to watch Reagan. She said it's full of stuff. So I haven't seen that yet either, guys. I'm going to check that one out too. But I just wanted to give you guys a little sneak on the free movie side. You know what I mean? They'll probably shut both them down by the time this video is over. They keep shutting them down on me. It's starting to irritate me. Like we find a new one, boom, that one's gone. You know, it's getting kind of old. Let's see what else. I want to see if I can find that one story for you guys. Where is that one? Flash flood and massive dam failure near the town. Damn. I mean, these people are systematically. And this, what's up with this story? The story's over a year old. They just keep recycling it. Remember this, guys? It's the same. How many times are they going to show the same story? Like, that's what makes me think AI's running the news right now, for real. Because I've watched them recycle this story over and over and over again. It's from like 2022 or 2021, I forget. So why is it trending today? Makes no sense. Why do you guys keep using the same story? You know, start paying attention to that. Pay attention to your feed. It's very important to be able to see pattern recognition. You know what I mean? Because then you'll start to see the psyops. You're like, wait a second here. This ain't adding up. Now, this is a new one, right? This is the one where they say aerial footage of damage. Okay, so what is this all about? Let's see here. Was there no audio on that one? Guess not. 1 minute, 55 seconds long. Whoa, look at that. See, I wonder what's really going on here, too. I mean, California is about to fall in the ocean, ain't it, guys? Rhonda, ain't you out there? Well, you're up in the Bay Area, right? Or you're in LA by Venice Beach, I thought. So what's going on where you're at, Rhonda? Is it like this? Let me look at Rhonda's comments. I know she's out there. Go to the comments now. Let's see what we got going on over here. It's bad out there? Oh, that's not good, man. Or you said you're from that area. What's up with all the natural disasters? Just homeless? You haven't seen no nothing falling in or nothing like that. They probably are lying. I mean, that's all these people do. Lie, 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 lie. Yeah, they repeat the same stories over and over. It's kind of comical at times. I really do think AI is running it all. Alex is really Bill Hicks. He probably is. The only reason I'll watch Alex's stuff, Pink, is because it's either Alex, CNN, MSNBC. He's reporting on the same shit they are. He's just funnier to me. Do I think he's really on our side? Probably not. You know what I mean? I've interviewed a couple of his proteges, but I don't know. The verdict's still out. I would have to meet him in real life because I'm a real good judge of energy and character. If I met him in real life, I'd be able to tell. But he does look very much like Mr. William Hicks, don't he? And one thing I will say is they steal a lot of mine and Donut's work and don't give us credit for it. And that's not very nice because anytime I use your guys' work, I plug you. So I'd really appreciate, Greg Reese, if you stop using my shit and not plugging me. You know what I'm saying? Considering the fact I gave you a channel, plug your shit all the time. I don't mind you using my stuff, but it would just be nice if you plugged us. Because we are aware that that's going on, and that's some weird shit. I would never do that to another content creator. But besides that, you think he's CIA? He could be. Very much could be. Joe Rogan probably is too. And I like Joe. He makes me laugh sometimes, but he was much better back in the day. Remember early Joe Rogan, like with all the conspiracy stuff? And that's what makes me think they sell out. Because first Joe was telling us the moon landing's fake. It's all bullshit. I mean, that's how he built the Joe Rogan experience. Him and Eddie Bravo would do these videos way before YouTube even became what it is now. It was kind of just really fringe, right? At that time. That's when it was fun, though. When they had the Faces of Death videos and all that. So this is back when you had to spend big money to be able to stream a podcast because you had to have a Ethernet cable, a big one, ran into your house. Like he had the whole setup, man. I remember when he set it up. I've been watching him that long since when he had 1,000 subscribers, and he ran the Ethernet cord into his old house. That was like a studio cord that they use at the networks, and that's how they were doing the show. And even then, it was still kind of grainy, but that was the best shows, man. Him and Joey Karate, Joey Diaz, they would be taking mushrooms, and that was when it was fun. Back then, they said the moon landing was fake. Then he goes mainstream, gets a $300 million deal, and now the moon landing's real. Like, dude, what the hell? Did they clone you? Or did you just change up your narrative? You know what I mean? So I'm very aware that most of them are agents. I am. I'm not dumb. I know there's probably many of them surrounding me too. You said, where's my site? I have 2 sites. Truthmafia.com. That's where all my blogs are, my posts, all the videos, all of the other members of Truth Mafia. That's up on truthmafia.com. And then if you're looking to book, a personal decode or something like that, that's on truthfultv.com. And there's a link in the description, which is a direct pay link to make it easier for my old followers because they couldn't figure out how to check out. So I just made it super simple for them. And then right about now, it's probably taken about 10 to 14 days on the decodes on average, just because we got so many of them. But there's little Donut. What up, Donut? I was trying to get him on here. That's good you're trying to stop smoking. I'm still smoking weed, but I cut out the cigarettes. Now I'm smoking these vape things. But let me tell you something about these vapes. So I'm looking on the back of the packages of the Raz and all these vapes that are flavored that these kids are smoking. And it's made in building 201 in China. And then it says on the box, it can only be sold in the United States. So I take it apart, an empty one, right? There's some little 5G chip in these things, guys. I'm going to do a video on it and show you. There's some freaking 5G chip in these freaking vapes. Why is that in there? You know, and why are people that are smoking these talking about getting heart palpitations and freaking high blood pressure? Well, they're probably radiating us. Let me tell you to do a little experiment. Don't believe me. Think I'm lying to you right now. Go get yourself a little EMF detector. You could probably find one for $20, a decent one, maybe 30 max, right? Find one online, order yourself an EMF detector, and go around your house, guys. And first of all, turn your Wi-Fi off to do this experiment so you know there's nothing interfacing with it. Go to your toaster, go to your microwave, go to your devices in your home, and watch the amount of EMF radiation they're giving off. And I'm not talking about no smart device. I'm talking about an old-ass microwave. So it seems to me that since the early 80s, the Chinese been putting these chips in all the devices. They got the 5G chips in there. They got some technology that's spying on us, and our government's complicit in it. That would have never happened if they weren't complicit in it. Not to mention the well, if you don't have a microwave, just use a coffee machine, a toaster, a coffee machine, doesn't matter. It's in all of them. Your radio, your stereo, it's in all of them. I couldn't even believe it. The levels that I was getting, the EMF levels off these different devices. But them little Raz vapes that you hold in your hand, man, they really are emitting tons of radiation, which is just unreal to me. There's no reason to plug it into no Wi-Fi, so why would it have that in there? Kind of shady, right? Kind of shady. They figured, oh, well, too many kids are moving from cigarettes to these new vapes, so let's hit them this way. I think the whole thing right now, the biggest threat we face is that G. I really do. And I think eventually, guys, we're just going to have to escape to the wilderness. You know what I mean? Throw down our phones, throw down our computers. I was talking to Donut about this not too long ago. I'm like, brother, ain't it crazy that we know this shit's killing us, but we can't get away from it? Like, look at me and Donut, for example. We're addicted. I mean, we're on here all the time creating content. Yeah, we do it with our heart in the right place. We're trying to help people and trying to wake people up, right? But we're still addicted to it, and we know it's killing us. We know it's fucking up our DNA. We really need to just throw all this shit down and go back into Mother Nature. Tell them, keep their government, keep their digital currency, keep all that bullshit. We go out, farm, live off the land, fish, hunt. But then again, they destroyed all that. They poisoned the water supply. They poisoned the soil. You know, I used to grow cannabis outside, guys, a couple years back. Now I'm in a legal state where you can do it all indoors, right? So I have several different houses with full grow setups. But I quit doing it outdoors, and I was getting crazy crops. I had this one, it was a lemon G sour diesel that I bred myself. It was such a big yielder. Outside, I could get probably about 3/4 pounds off it, and that's unreal. You know, most people ain't pulling that type of weight off one plant. But over the years, it just started dwindling and dwindling and dwindling. So I'm like, damn, maybe it's because I've cloned it numerous times. So let me try another strand. And I had this other one that was crossed with Big Bud. It was a huge yielder. Even it started getting like, it was going from 3/4 pounds to 1 ounce. I'm like, what is going on? This is something ain't right. Well, it's the soil. The soil's all contaminated with the chemtrails, all them heavy metals they're spraying. They're poisoning the soil because they want to control everything. Not to mention, yes, the 5G, Scotty, you're right, is having a major effect on plants. If it's going to have an effect on us, brother, it's definitely having an effect on plants, right? Stunting their growth, messing with the animals. It's nuts. It's nuts. And when they first rolled out the 5G, do you guys remember that's when all the animals were running in circles and shit? And then we just forgot about that, right? Like it's crazy to me, man. It really is how this is going to just continue to happen. Our children are going to have no future. They're going to have no freedom. It makes me sad, actually. It really does, because I don't think they could have pulled this when our grandparents were alive. I don't think our grandparents would have went for this shit. You know what I mean? I really don't. And then they got some new gray goo shit. It's called gray goo. It's patented. Ricky, I'm working on your thing too, brother, behind the scenes. Just to let you know. But yeah, gray goo is kind of similar to the black goo nanotechnology, but they spray it from over the chemtrails, and anything it comes in contact, anything organic, it kind of like genetically modifies it and turns it artificial. So they have that. They're spraying that on our plants. They're spraying it on our crops, everything. And if you think I'm joking, hold on. Let me find this one thing. Let me find this patent real quick for you. Because, guys, they can literally create nano snow. You remember all the fake snow we was seeing this year? So when winter comes, pay attention to the snow. It's going to blow your mind. I did a full video on it back in the day. Here it is. Let me show you this patent. They don't want you to know this. I'll tell you that right now. Here we go. Boom. Nano snow. Here's the patent. U.S. patent number for the nano snow. 3D graphene oxide nanoparticles for cloud seeding patent. U.S. 22002159A1. Patent January 6th of 2022. All their little nano snow. That's why we were seeing all that crazy, all the crazy. Can you guys see that still? Are you still seeing what I'm seeing? Hold on, let me see. Yeah, you guys can see it. All right, cool. Let me go back. Just that. Oh, no, it threw me off. Son of a gun. Hold on. Do that again. Screen share. Entire screen. I'll just do it this way. Get rid of that. Okay, here we go. So here's the patent, family. I downloaded the whole patent for you guys. So right on my website, you can get the whole patent. You can read it all yourself. Here's the PDF. It will blow your mind. Not only do they have nano snow, they have this gray goo stuff, like I told you, that reverse engineers everything. And then, well, not reverse engineer, it kind of genetically modifies everything. My bad. But they also have, what's the other one now? Oh, nano water, nano snow, nano. I mean, everything's artificial now. It's all artificial. And I think that's Lucifer building his artificial kingdom, because he can't make shit on his own. So he has to mock everything. Oh, look at this date too. January 6th. That's the day they tried that bullshit. Or was that January 6th of 2021? Still the same date though. So, wow, we got to look more into that January 6th date. I didn't even realize the patent was patent there. But there's tons of literature telling you what this is. So they're getting it through the snow, through the water, through the food, through so many different things. I mean, you can't keep it out of you. You know what I mean? It's in everything. Watch Prometheus. You'll really learn about the black goo. And the new one, the new aliens, Romulus, you see how the engineer is created, guys, with this black goo technology. It's unreal. You guys got to watch that too. They are poisoning us. There's their project. 2045, the Avatar project. So we already passed 2015. So 2015, that was when Jade Helm rolled out. That was the beginning of artificial intelligence. That's when the military started rolling out AI. They didn't give it to us until, 2021, 2022. They started slowly integrating it. But you got to remember, empires work 10, 20, 30, even 100 years ahead planning. So Jade Helm was when they were shutting down all the Walmarts. Remember that, guys? And then people were reporting, man, they're moving all these Humvees and army tanks on the railroad tracks, and nothing happened at that time. Well, that's because it was planned for now. 2025 is going to be the event where they try to pull off the Great Tribulation. The Great Tribulation equals 225. We're coming to the end of 2024, and that's why things are starting to ramp up. Just like I told you, right on time with the timeline I gave you. And I don't even like setting dates, but everything I told you has now came true. Avatar B, 2020 through 2025. This is the one we're in now. An avatar in which human brains is transplanted at the end of one's life. Well, they just showed us that in the new series of Evil. The Stephen Hawkins type character, he had his brain chip. It was called Demon Mode. Remember, guys? And by 2030, this is all Ray Kurzweil and all that, transhumanist singularity bullshit. An avatar with an artificial brain in which a human personality is transferred at the end of one's life. And then by 2040 to 2045, that's when the Phoenix phenomenon is supposed to happen. By 2046, they say Nemesis X is coming. That's what Archaic says anyways. I don't know if that's true, but I do think there's something big happening by 2040. I think he's on to something. And maybe that's why they want to download us there. In their weird mind, they think they're saving humanity, right? But even if you knew you was going to die, guys, it's okay. You don't want to download your soul. You're going to be stuck and trapped in this quantum reality with this digital copy of the soul that they're creating for you. You'll be nulled and void. No salvation's coming for you. So that's the hologram-like avatar where we're fully part of their reality, right? And this is the guy that came up with that, with the Dalai Lama right there. You know what I mean? It's crazy stuff we're dealing with. Let me show you this real fast. Okay, so remember in the beginning, I showed you that date, guys? Hold on. Where's the member videos? Okay. I'm only going to show you a clip of this because this is for members only. And if you want to become a member, you can join it over here. It's $8.88 a month. Just like other content creators have their Patreon and all that, I don't believe in giving my money to other platforms. So we do it on our own platform. And I do these member breakdowns. Oh, I got a new one for you guys, too. I did a fire-ass members only decode. I just got probably another half hour of editing to do. I'll get it done tomorrow and upload it for you guys. But on this one, that October 4th date that we seen in the beginning of the decode, if you rewind back, tied to the Targaryens, and the date that was up on the street sign. Remember the street sign had the 20199 on it? That connection, which broke down to October 4th. Well, that was in.
Here's how to add a beautiful fountain to any outdoor space in just seconds, without any tools or electricity. Stop buying weak and boring lighters. Check out this new, incredible fire torch lighter. This insane
No, I don't even get paid for them commercials on there. That's what really pisses me off about Rumble. They just put commercials on your shit and don't even pay you. Okay, so this episode is so crazy. First of all, David dreamwalks in it. He takes over Leland's body. This is what dreamwalking is, what I always tell you guys about. And then eventually Leland takes him over because Leland's too strong, right? So after, it's like right about, I know it's saying at 10:41. That'd be crazy. Hold on. It's right around this time frame. So the nun just came in right there. Look at all this black gooey stuff coming out. She came in and stopped Leland. She broke him from dream walking because he was about to make David kill himself. He took over David's body. David was dream walking and took over his body. And then you got to be careful because you mess with somebody that's powerful than you. You just open the gateway into their mind. So now they can, take over your body. It's something. But this whole episode, it's all about natural disasters. And during natural disasters, the veil is thinner. So these entities can cross over. And guess what they look like, guys? Reptilians. No joke. They're in human skin suits and they look like reptilians. So let me get to the part. Watch this. Bam. October 4th. Right there it is. Tuesday, October 4th with the 847. Matter of fact, I swear to God, I think I was born in 847 before in one of my reincarnations. I went through this past life regression therapy. So I've been a slave. I've been a female slave in Mesopotamia. I was a slave many different times. I was surprised how many times I've been a slave, actually. But the one that's the most vivid is this king. He was the king of the Medes, the Irish king. He was born in 847. And I did a whole blog on it before. But anyways, that's why that number kind of, I was like, damn, that number is always following me. But October 4th, this is Tuesday, October 4th. And it says, it with heavy hearts that we announce the passing of our founder and CEO, Mr. Leland Townsend. He's the head of that demon place, right, where they're working with the Baphomet and these demons. It's called the 60 demonic families that take over the world. Now, look at this, guys. There's an eclipse right there on the phone. And I told you October 11th is 187 days after the eclipse. So October 9th is the 323rd anniversary of Yale University, which created Skull and Bones. I'm telling you right now, October 4th through the 28th is going to be rough. And that's where we've seen it. And like I showed you in the beginning, if you go back and watch the beginning of this video, you'll see that date right on there. Now, hold on a second. Let me get this next part. Boom. So from that eclipse to October 4th is 180 days, guys, which is Lahaina fire, homicide code, death code. And what did it say on his phone? Mr. Leland Townsend is reported dead. It's connected to death, right? So probably some direct energy weapon shit they got planned. They're already burning everybody down. Wouldn't be surprised. Where's that little reptilian I wanted to show you real quick? This dude is crazy looking. I can't show the whole part, though, because he has a penis hanging out, a little reptilian penis. I'm not joking. Hold on. He's about to unzip himself right here. Oh, yeah, this is where he unzips himself. Look at this, guys. This is what we're dealing with. Maybe they're demons. Look at him. Look at that dude. See how he kind of looks like Osiris, the color of Osiris, that dark, dark green. Very vampiric. He has razor sharp teeth, razor sharp fingers. It's the same thing. The reptilians and the demons are one in the reptilians and the vampires, my apologies, are one and the same. They're the same thing. They have the same gematria, that 30 cipher, which is tied to the Lush energy harvest. I mean, look at that thing. So much truth in this series. This was a really good decode I did. I mean, it's just full of stuff, guys. If you're not a member, you might want to check this one out. There's a huge connection to the whole white lion code too, which we break down in this one. But yeah, man, it starts out with the 33 plug. Let me show you. Watch this. See? Hurricane Lucy upgrades to Category 3 on Channel 3. It's all about unnatural disasters, the whole episode. So we watched the whole episode together. I'm just giving you a couple sneak peeks to show you how good it is. And then when she's meeting her mom at the store, there's chaos everywhere, guys. Everybody's running around, and all the food is gone. Talk about predictive programming. Everybody's panicking. Let me go back a little bit. Oops, went back a little too far. Oh, that's another one I'm decoding too. 229. Now, that's the only price tag you see on all the prices right there, which they say that asteroid Apophis is coming in 2029. But what I really noticed about 229, wasn't that in the Terminator, guys, in Judgment Day? Wasn't that like when, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I thought it was the year when like all the nukes were launched in Terminator, when Skynet tried to nuke America. Wasn't that 2029? So there might be some connection to that. And they just came out with a new Terminator, but it's kind of in Chinese. It's on Netflix. It's like kind of like an animation series. See, she's panicking right there because she believes the 60s following her, and they're the 60 demonic families that run the world. And then look here, guys. They're by that little Antichrist baby. You got the wing symbolism, and look what it says, clean cotton. So they just ordered all this toilet paper, and there's the 38 on it. Now, in the beginning of COVID, what did they say? Everybody was running out of toilet paper. You got to pay attention to this shit. You got the number he was using to remote view right there. So you got the 81, the 52, so 8, 9. Then you got 14, 15, 16. That'd be 20, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. You know what I mean? That's the number that he was using to remote view. So he could go step into Leland and see what was happening. But the whole episode, look, I didn't even notice that. Monday, October 3rd. Ooh, maybe they got something planned on that day too. Hurricane Lucy, upgrade to Category 4. Guys, mark this on your calendar. Let me write this shit down. October 3rd, natural disaster. Hold on, I'm putting this shit on my notes. Let me write this on my phone. I want to see if this happens. That'd be crazy, wouldn't it? October 3rd, natural disaster, watch out for. Hurricane. That'd be crazy. I guess we'll see. But this was a really, really good decode, man. It was so good. All these spirits were manifesting during the storm. And in the beginning of it, listen to what this demon says. Hold on.
You're an old woman. You mean nothing. And we own the storms.
God controls the weather.
Not this weather. God doesn't control this.
I mean, that's how it starts off, so, and that, again, that's on truthmafia.com over on our membership section. So we got a bunch of different member videos just for our members, lives, posts, different stuff like that. It's a big catalog. Me and Donut got stuff from back in the day. We got some new stuff coming up too. And then on my new site, my site, you guys can book your decode, is over here. Right here's our services. And, when I was in the hospital, they broke the site. Did you guys notice that? So they broke it, so I couldn't fix it because I was in the freaking hospital. So if you went on it from your phone version, it looked really small and to the side. Did you guys notice that? And then when I get out, it's just fixed. But the different decodes are here. This one, and our new shop will be up whenever my dad finishes this one part. I tell him to finish. But for now, we still have the shop over here, so you can come out, check some of them products out. The links are down below, or just go to truthfultv.com. We got some really cool products over there. These ones I really recommend. The Shugnite can also purify your water, which I never even knew about that. I got a whole video on it that I'm doing, but it's good for blocking the EMFs too. You know, get the bracelet from Body Align and get yourself a necklace. Stay protected up. We got a bunch of cool products over here. All of ours work. These Organite pyramids, you put them by your Wi-Fi router and it blocks all that. Now we have a new site that should be running soon. Shop Truth Mafia. I just got a few things I got to finalize on it. And then I want to see if you guys like it, though. Wait, what the heck just happened here? Hey, what is going on? HTTP // Trying to hide my shit? I don't know what is going on right now. What do you mean it can't be found? It keeps trying to not let me push that. H. Nope. Something ain't right. No, it just tries to take me to that, which ain't it. I don't know what is going on right now, but that is weird. I got an idea. Watch this. They want to hide that from me. Hold on, guys. I don't know how they're doing that right now, but watch this. Good luck doing that, because I got the straight access to it, dummy. Hold on 1 second. I want to get your guys' opinion before you go. I want to see if you guys like it. And it said there was 22 people on there yesterday, so how the hell are they getting on there if I can't get on there? Man, they're really hiding this link, ain't they? I got something for them, though. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Let me go here. Go to preview. Okay, so what is publish? Now view site. Yeah, it's right there. I knew that was the name of the site. It's the same name I put in. Oh, no. You know what I forgot? Dot. Oh, duh, Tommy. A little slow, ain't you? Okay. Here it is, guys. Tell me if you like it. This is the color scheme. I try to keep it just pretty simple. You know what I mean? You'll be able to book me on there too. I'll have a booking part on there. The shop part. I only got 2 items up there yet, and you can't even check out on here yet. So that's the part I got to finish to where you'll be able to check out, and then we'll have afterpay, so you can, you know, if you don't have money, you can make little payments or whatever. This will all be done hopefully by the end of the week. My dad just got a couple things I need him to do. If you like the shopping cart I made, tell me that ain't tight though. But I thought the color schemes are cool because green is our chakra, our heart chakra. And then I went with this kind of cream color. I just thought it was calming, you know. So try to keep it really simple so it didn't confuse people. If you want to talk to us, all of our stuff's over here. We can hit Tommy up, reach me. Then you go click on that. It'll take you to our Rumble. If you're not on our Rumble, you're tripping. This is where we can do all of our exclusive stuff, which right now we got 400. Oh, wait. No, we got 89 viewers. We have 432 views total. 89 people in there. Shout out to all of our Rumble people, which, by the way, we can see you now in the comments on Rumble. If you comment, your comments show up right here in the chat. I figured out how to do that. Like this guy, he's from Rumble. Gray Pill Podcast. Go follow Gray Pill Podcast, guys. He's been hitting me up to do a show for a minute now. And I just been so busy, man. You know, it's been crazy. Then I was in the hospital. But we will do one, brother. I don't know if you talked to Paranoid American or not, but I was talking to him about it as well. Yeah, 229 is also 13. That's a good call. Was 229 the year in Terminator? Was that the year that the whole nuclear thing happened with Skynet? Because that's damn sure the year they're telling us Apophis is coming. This comet Apophis. So I don't know, man. They're up to some shit. My Rumble is Truth Mafia TV. Tammy. I wish I would have known, Gray Pill, you was on here. I'd have brought you on here tonight when we was on. We'll do something in the next couple of days, though, bro. I promise you. There's my boy. I'm working on a new decode for him because he lost his decode, my brother. And I try to find it. I haven't found it yet, but that doesn't mean I won't find it. I might find it in my database. It's probably better I do it again anyways. You know, I get better and better every time, Ricky. So each decode I do, I get better. Hey, Tommy, so glad you're back online. Good to hear your voice. Don't forget about my decode too. Bobby Landing. I won't, honey. I promise. I remember you talking to me via text message. I didn't honestly, I put yours in the Grammarly. I have all your info on there. I just didn't start doing it yet because I went to the hospital the day after me and you talked on the text message. But I'll get working on that one tomorrow. It won't take me long to get it over to you, sweetheart. Yes. The weed from the dispensary is poisoning. Anything the government provides is meant to harm us. A response for Pink Zeppelin. What is Pink Zeppelin? Is that a code name or something? Pink Zeppelin. I ain't heard of that one yet. Can you repeat that? The Rumble, Scotty, is Truth Mafia TV, brother. That's the Rumble page. Does anybody got any comments or anything you want to add before we end this? Because we're at 2 hours and 21 minutes right now. Terminator Judgment Day, Skynet. Is that the date? 229? CJ, what's up, girl? How you doing? 2029 Apophis. Man, I see all these people in here. Whew, trying to answer everybody's stuff. What is today? Yours is 9/8. Well, 9 ain't even happened yet. So you got a couple of days away. Like I said, on average, they take between 10 and 14 days from your booking date until you get it back. Some of the people went a couple of days over that because I was in the hospital. So there's like 5 people that had to wait a little longer. But I upgraded them from the $26 decode to the $62 one for free. So if it ever goes over a little, I'm going to reach out to you and tell you, and I'll definitely take care of you for it. So, I'm just a normal human trying to do my best out here, guys. People think I'm an AI or something. I wish I was, because then I could do a million things at once, right? But thank you too, bud. I appreciate you, man. You've been with me for a long time and showed a lot of love and support. You've always been an amazing supporter, and I notice stuff like that. So, I appreciate each and every one of you guys out there. If it wasn't for you guys, there would be no Tommy. And I'm very, very aware of that. Is there anything else that you guys know that's going on that I haven't heard about? I would like to hear more before I go. If you guys got anybody knows any info on this whole Facebook page thing getting taken down. What's the deal with that, guys? Could any of you guys fill me in? Because, I mean, I've heard bits and pieces, you know, from different content creators and stuff, but I really don't know a lot about it. So I heard there was a Facebook page that was set up for the whole thing going on in Colorado, and Facebook took it down. Did they say why? Oh, we had another school shooting today. Let me look. Let me take a gander real quick. Did we? Let's see. Shooting. I love that gander word. My grandmother used to use it a lot. Let me take a little gander here. Okay, guys, school shootings. Let's see what we got going on. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Oh, here we are. I got too many things open. Hold on, let me shut some of these. Way too many. Did we even play them once? Oh, yeah, we did. Communist Kamala. Hold on a second. Whoa, this is not the one. Okay. Now, where the heck is that? Four killed in Georgia high school shooting. Well, first of all, 4 is the number of death, okay? Even life path 4s, man, they're stuck in a life-death rebirth cycle because they're halfway through that whole reincarnation thing. Life path 4. See, life path 4 is 187. Everything, and their birth cards in the tarot deck is the death card. You know, it doesn't mean they're going to die. It's just they're stuck in some life, death, rebirth cycle. And the number 4 tied to death. It's the only number out of all the numbers, guys, there's an actual fear of. It's called tetraphobia, fear of the number 4. Asian cultures, just like people are scared of the number 13 in America, which makes no sense. It's one of the most sacred numbers. It represents Jesus Christ. There was the 12 disciples. He's the 13th. You know what I mean? It's not an evil number at all. And shout out to Jesus. I think he saved me when I think I really died in the hospital for real, guys. It was so crazy. So my blood pressure was like 230 over, I think the highest it went was 113. And then I seen that number. I said, oh, I'm going to die. This 113 number, oh, shit, they're going to kill me. And you know the crazy thing? I'm not even joking. I have videos of it. The blood pressure machine kept breaking when I was in there, and they kept getting the wrong blood pressure on me. So then they're shooting me up with shit that I didn't even need. Eventually, I just had to go. I'm like, man, these people are trying to kill me, I think. I just got the hell up out of there. But the first night when my blood pressure was sky high like that, I laid down and I just blacked out on the thing. And I felt like I fell through the bed of the hospital and through the floor. And I just kept falling and falling and falling. And I went like, it was me, but I didn't have my body. Because I remember trying to reach out and grab something, but I couldn't grab nothing. I just kept falling. And eventually I heard a voice speak to me, and I think it really was Jesus, and it brought me back. You know, Jesus, it's the same. If you look into the Gnosticism and stuff, he was the one that brought knowledge to humanity and showed us that this demiurge, Aldebaoth, has enslaved humanity, and that's why they killed him. And I believe that, because anytime you talk about the reptilians or the serpent race or these archons, they will hit you hard with direct energy weapons, the hardest you'll ever be hit in your life. So there's got to be something going on there. But oh, look at this one, guys. 12 killed and at least 38 injured. What do you know? Oh, what do you know? 38 again, huh? I mean, are you kidding me right now? The movie Murder by Numbers. Oh, what's that? What's that on the cover of Murder by Numbers? Oh, I don't know, a 3 and an 8 right there. Why is that? No. 38. It's in many different ciphers. RIP is 38 in reverse ordinal. Death. I mean, every cipher has a 38 death code, which you don't see that in any other ciphers, guys. See what I'm saying? So some type of little Masonic number magic ritual they got going on right here. Let's take a little look. Officials identify 14-year-old student as suspect in Georgia school shooting. Oh, and Georgia is on the 33rd parallel. Isn't that cute? Oh, and guys, look. The video's a minute and 56 seconds long. 156 to 911th prime, 911 and 156 are connected, or that might be vice versa. 156, 911 prime, or 911 is 156 prime. I can't remember which way, but it's one of them. And let me show you this. That whole 9/11, that's Jesus' true birthday. Jesus was born on 9/11. That's why they pervert it and invert it so much. And oh yeah, you guys should watch this too. I did this video due to my hospitalization. I had to go shopping after and buy foods that were healthy, and it blew my mind. They just changed the name of GMO to bioengineer. Now they're trying to hide this shit. But I get into a lot of really good information in this video that I recommend to everyone. Check that out. That's on my Facebook. Bioengineered foods, a threat to humanity's DNA. I made that from the hospital. Here's the one. Tisha B'Av is 9/11, and Solomon's Temple in Jerusalem destroyed 9/11 of 587 BC. Herod's Temple in Jerusalem destroyed 9/11 of 70 AD. And then you got the Twin Towers in New York destroyed 9/11 2001, which we're a couple days away from. So they're going to ramp up these type of false flags in the next few days. It's going to get real. I told you guys, it's all tied to that number 23. But look, that 156 here. Hold on a second. Let me see. 156 is the 911th prime, or is 911 the 156th prime number? It's one or the other. Wish I could remember that off the top of my head. Yes, 9/11 is indeed the 156 prime number. Okay. Thank you, little AI piece of Nephilim shit. Can't stand these little Nephilims. These damn little disembodied spirits. Okay, now let's see what they got to say after we know that, all right? And remember, 9/11 was on Neo's license. Remember, guys, in the Matrix? Sounds made up to me. I'm calling bullshit. What do you guys think? 11 school shootings with 4 or more deaths since 2008. Wednesday's shooting is deadliest of 45 school shootings so far this calendar year. Oh, I bet it is 45. I bet it is. Bridge. Is that coming up, guys? I ain't even gonna say that word. You know what I'm thinking, though. Shout out to the Bay Area, right? That's what I'm thinking. Where's the 33s at? That's what I want to see, because you know we're gonna see them. Oh, San Francisco. Teen arraigned on attempted murder and shooting of San Francisco 49er. Oh, there you guys go. There you go. Connecting that 4-9. A 17-year-old high school senior. Oh, is he 17? For real? No way. No way he's 17. Oh, okay. Sure he is. I mean, come on, man. How dumb do you think we are, guys? Look at this one. Maybe 10 to 15 shots, which is 115, the number of masonry. Flip it around, it's 511, which is Saturn. Part of their little death cult they're part of, this little Saturnalian death cult. Damn, they're out here just shooting up 49ers now, huh? Does that even sound real to you? When something don't sound real, you know, use your discernment in Apache High School shooting. Apache. Hey, get out of here. Are you kidding me with all this bullshit? I ain't clicking on that. Two students, 2 teachers killed in shooting. There's 22, the master builder number right there. No one cares. What I want to see is the school. Why? Why did you use the school? What is the symbolism here? Okay, let's see real quick. You can use the calculator on my website too. Paranoid America made this one. It's the same one that's on my website. I just use it because it shows the elements on here. So Apache High. Oh, what I tell you guys to watch out for? The number 32. Just go back and watch my last 3 videos. This is the number. It's tied to the king kill ritual. And guess what? That's the signature of this dragon bloodline we're talking about. Full circle. Nephilim. That Nephilim bloodline. 32. And again, remember that Batman movie, guys, where the theater, or not the theater, the stadium blows up? Here, let me find it for you. Batman movie scene where the stadium blows up. Football players running with the ball. What's that guy's number? Watch this. And the number 322 is on the stadium. Pay attention to the guy's number. Let me get to the part. We don't care about me. That's Gotham, obviously, but I don't know why I said Cali. But number 86, right? Nephilim, 86. It's their number. Chaldean is 32. English ordinal, it's 86. And 86 was the year. What vaccine laws passed in 1986? They're going to tell you it was to protect the children, but it was actually this right here, this act, this Childhood Act. It has nothing to do with protecting children. Read it. It has to do with protecting the vaccine companies so they cannot be held liable. Ain't that crazy? You would think it's for kids, but it's not. It's actually to protect them, which is quite sickening when you think about it. So, I'll have to find that one, buddy. John, I don't remember exactly where that one is, but I have it. I do have it on my computer, Josh. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you John. So just give me a day. I'll post it on my Facebook for you. Or actually, no, I'll get in trouble for that. I'm going to post it on truthmafia.com. I'll do a whole blog for you on that Dark Knight Rise, that whole scene, that whole thing, and break it down for you and show you the Sandy Hook, how they have it circled. Let me see if I can try to find it real quick while we're on here. They've scrubbed the internet so good. Oh, as most of you will already know, at around 1 hour and 58 minutes into the film Dark Knight Rise, there is a moment where the criminal gangs are deciding where to strike next. And at the point, Police Commissioner James Gordon points to the map showing the target as Sandy Hook. Yep, that's it. Yep, they sure did do that. Here. Let me show you. I found it already, buddy. Never mind. We don't even got to wait long. Bada bing, bada boom. See it? Can we get that bigger for him? It's kind of little, but you see, let me zoom in on it for you. See? Sandy Hook, Zone 1. Ain't that crazy? And now all this stuff's going on in Colorado. I can't believe none of these people out here are connecting these dots. Like, what? So the Colorado massacre, and 4 days later, lone gunman James Holm walks into a midnight screening of the film in the theater Aurora, Colorado, where he shoots and kills 12 people and wounds 58. Keep in mind that this is before the Sandy Hook shooting has even took place. Sandy Hook is shown as Strike Zone 1 in The Dark Knight Rise. December 14, 2012, that's Adam Lanza, who walked into Sandy Hook Elementary, shooting and killing 26 people, right? And so let's say even if he did do that, they caused him to do it. They activated him, which they do to a lot of these people. I don't know, man. I'm not going to say it's real. I'm not going to say it's fake, because then I'm going to have some fake people trying to sue me. I would love to see him sue me, though. How are you going to sue me for some shit that, I would love to see that one. That'd be real cute. Oh, Aurora, seen on a building in The Dark Knight Rise. Right there it is. Yeah, so this is what I'm talking about, guys. This symbolism is so encoded in these movies. That's why it's so important we break them down, because first of all, they're casting spells on the audience. So it breaks that spell that they have intertwined or binded to that movie. It breaks that control they have over them. It breaks any chance of them manifesting that reality, because that's what it's part of, manifestation magic. They're trying to manifest this reality that they want. So it's very important that we expose that shit. But whoever wrote this, great job. I don't even know. New York World Times, is that a real platform, or is that someone just called it? No, projectbluebeamtheory.com is the name of the website. Let's see what their website's about. The New World Times, a blog by Cantona Links. 184. 33 message from God, 24 of the pot, 33 messages of God. I don't know, but whoever this guy is, shout out to him, right? I'm going to start reading his work. He's got some cool stuff on here. So there's a little promo for him. ProjectBluebeamTheory.com. Check him out, guys. He's got some cool stuff over here. Got more blogs. Let's see what else he's talking about. That one's just about God. That's good, though. Hopefully he's still got some shit like he did with The Dark Knight Rise. Oh, these are all short. What the heck? Bro, I was starting to think your site was going to be cool. Now I don't know. Maybe some of his older stuff will, because this ain't it. This new stuff ain't it. But it looked like he had some older work that was halfway decent anyways. You might just have to go way back through it. You know. I don't know. Here's his theory on Project Bluebeam. Seems like a halfway decent writer. I'll have to check it out later. Let me pin that one so we have that. If I find anything good, I'll let you guys know. Bam, there we go. Okay. All right. We're at 2 hours and 47 minutes, guys. So, you know, I'm about to go watch Reagan. What are y'all getting into tonight? Anybody watching any good movies? Has any of you seen a movie that I should watch? Let me know real quick before I end this. You guys know I'm always up to watching movies. Oh, wait, guys. The new series, holy shit, I can't even believe I forgot to tell you this. I got to show you this shit real quick before we go. This series you're going to binge watch, I promise. Where is it? Where is it? Best series I've seen in so long. And it's so crazy. It's exactly what they're planning to do to us. In the series, these gods, they're ruling from Mount Olympus. It's called KAOS, right? And it's all about Zeus, Poseidon, but it's done in like a comedical kind of way. And he's Zeus right there. That's Zeus. So he starts getting old. And then he's like, well, humanity, when they're not living in fear, then they're not, they don't worship us. So we got to keep them in fear. And he starts doing all these crazy events to get some humanity to submit. He has Poseidon go do stuff, but it's crazy, man. It shows you how certain bloodlines have been living since the beginning of time. Like this one bloodline tied to Troy and King, what was his name? King Midas, I think. But the one that had this, oh damn, what's the name of that thing? It was like half human, half bull, Minotaur or Minotaur, whatever, I forget. But they show how they destroyed Troy. It's really interesting, guys. I think you'll really like it, man. And there's so much predictive programming in it. It will blow your mind. There's 8 episodes right now, and that's called KAOS. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's on Netflix. Let me see. Yeah. Netflix. Okay. So anyone that has Netflix, you can watch it. Really good. That'll be a good watch for you guys for the weekend coming up. Trying to check these comments before I go. I want to know where all these kids are getting guns from. Well, there's a lot of guns in my hood, so it ain't hard to get one. But plus, you know, you hear stories all the time in the hood where, I'm not joking, just whole van loads of guns will turn up. Semi-automatics, fully automatics. You know, it's probably the government dropping them there. They also had a couple trains recently that the trains just got left on the train track and they were wide open, full of military-grade guns. Like, who's going to allow that to happen? You know damn well that's someone doing that because they want to take the guns from us. That's their whole goal. What was the movie? It's a series. It's called It's a series, honey. It's called KAOS. KO. Like, it's a series about Mount Olympus, Almighty Zeus, and all the rest of the gods. But Zeus is kind of like a normal human in it, and he starts to age, and it's tied to this prophecy. Then that's why he's gonna try to kill all the humans. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty good, actually. There's so much predictive programming in it. But all right, guys. Well, I love y'all. I'm gonna end this video, and I'll see you guys in a couple days. I got some amazing things planned. Make sure you go over, join our membership. You know, watch some of our members only content. That's up on truthmafia.com. And again, do not forget to opt into our daily newsletter, because they are turning off notifications. I'll probably take this video down. There was way too much real shit in that. And we do our movie decodes over there. You'll get all of them, which are very important, like I told you. If you want to get your decode and find out your role in the simulation, that link's down below as well. And anybody waiting on one, don't worry. I got you. I'm back out from the hospital and in full effect now. So again, sign up to that newsletter, hit the like button. I love y'all. Knowledge is power. Become the glitch in the matrix. Truthful, out.